Comic Timing
is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network. Bitch. Print it. Welcome to episode 146 of Comic Timing, a comics podcast devoted to the average comic book fan from the average comic book fan. Joining as Brent Casino, rotating panel guests, myself, Ian Levesine, discuss whatever comes to mind, time after time, here on Comic Timing. First time we've gotten together in about a month, so we're just going to talk some comic news and general comic conversation, including Ian dropping DC like it's hot. Here now, Comic Timing. Hey there, folks. My name is Ian Levesine, and welcome to episode 146 of Comic Timing. Yeah, we're back. It is the month of September. However, New York hasn't caught up quite yet. It's still in the 80s, but, so be it. Eventually, I'll be able to actually have the windows open in here and not feel like I'm roasting, but for now, I'll survive with just the fan on. And Brent Casino is still in Orlando, so whatever temperature it is there is probably what it's going to be for the next 3 months anyway. Right, Brent?
Right.
What's up, man? You flew over my state.
I did.
It's the closest
I told you I was going to come visit you, and then they changed the meeting location to save money. So
and you,
I flew over you.
You did not
made it out there.
You did not lie. You did not lie.
I still said I'm going to New York. I'm going to visit Ian. Except I was just 30,000 feet above for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, well, maybe sometime in the future you can take some of that vacation time or PTO or whatever and come up here for a few days or something like that.
Yes, it's on the list. I've never been, so.
All right, yeah. You could maybe get some cheap hotels off of some service or something or other, so that you're not spending all your money on a hotel and then like $3 on hot dogs for meals. Brandon Christopher just came back from Orlando, which is weird because I haven't been in Orlando. I'm the only one who hasn't been in Orlando lately, so I just feel left out. Thanks, Brandon.
No, you were there a couple months ago. Animal Kingdom.
That was almost a year ago at this point.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was November.
Oh, shit.
It was November. It is now September.
That's right.
That's the way the world works. That's the way the calendar turns.
Brent, we call that 10 months, not a few months.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
I do know. Yes,
he's not paying attention to time. He's still in comic book time, so or perhaps comic timing, like the name of the podcast. He's like Spider-Man. He lives his entire life in about 2 months span over 30 years. So he'll get there eventually.
Yeah, 10 months in comic book time is 2 weeks.
Exactly. So congratulations, Brent. It has been exactly 2 weeks since I've been in Orlando.
Yes.
And we're sponsored, as always, by DCBS Discount Comic Book Service. Check them out at dcbservice.com, where you can get major discounts. I'm not going to say Wumba because that's trademarked by Bullpen Bulletins /11 O'Clock Comics, and I don't want to step on their toes. Use the promo code CT8 to get an additional 8% off on your first order with Discount Comic Book Service. And because the month just rolled over, I'm not going to give you any firm discounts yet because I'm not entirely sure they've updated their site yet, but you can take a look at whatever discounts they have soon enough and save yourself some money, especially now that it's not Villains Month anymore. You can start caring again a little bit on your comics. DCBService.com. We thank you for your support. Let's get right into it. I posted on Facebook about 2 weeks back that it was about time for me to put in my DCBS order, and as you are all aware, for Villains Month, I completely skipped it because I found nothing that was appealing to me. I know for a fact, Brent, that you've picked up some of the Villains books because I have access to certain things like your purchase history because I'm the credit card company and I know where you live. So I know that you bought at least a few of them. So you're not quite boycotting, and I know that you did Forever Evil, or that's what it's called, right? Is that the crossover name, Forever Evil?
I love how I just told you earlier that Forever Evil 1 was good, and you already know that I bought a couple other books.
Yes,
I give it to you to read one thing,
Yes.
and it never you probably don't even use your own Comixology account now. Just just read whatever Brent buys.
I input plenty of comics into mine, man. It's just it's easier to keep my tablet logged into yours. That's all I'm saying. All right. I mean, we'll talk a little bit about more what I caught up on recently. But you bought a few of the Forever Evil issues.
I did. I was looking at them and I was like, you know what? God, what did I get? I got Darkseid and the Joker today.
Okay.
Those are the only ones that really look good to me. And Darkseid was the only one worth reading. Joker was not.
Really?
Yeah.
Who wrote Joker?
Adam Kubert and Andy Clark did the art, and I like his art. It wasn't. It was a one and done Joker story about him training an ape to handle a bazooka and shit.
Okay.
Ew, really?
Yeah.
Why? Why, DC? Why?
Why did they do anything? Because
who would want to read that? Honestly,
Kubert.
So I read it at lunch, and then they posted an interview with Andy Kubert on comicbookresources.com earlier, and they said this ape will be appearing in his Son of the Batman, or it was in some other issue of Grant Morrison and Kubert's Joker. Oh, and I got the Green Lantern one. That's the other one I got with Relic.
Oh, Relic is that the name of the new villain?
That's
or something?
That's the new villain.
Uh-huh.
I thought maybe you learn a lot, but it ended up being. You learned a little bit, but not a whole ton because every page was like a full splash page, basically, with text boxes. So there was no dialogue, there was no story. It was just this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened.
And it was $3.99 or $2.99?
No, they were $2.99. So that's why I was like, well, whatever. Okay, let's do that.
See, at least you're paying standard price on digital,
right?
As opposed to having to worry about the allocation and everything that dealers had to deal with.
Right.
I mean,
but I think
stores.
the next couple weeks, I'm not gonna, since the only thing I really wanted to buy was Forever Evil #1, and that already came out. I'm going to wait until maybe later in the day or the next day to read reviews and see if these other ones are worth getting.
Okay.
And take it from there. Like, I know the Riddler one is Greg Capullo. I know the Reverse Flash special is the origin of the Reverse Flash.
And that's Manapul and the regular guys.
It's Manapul on art and Buccellato and him writing it. So it's like a regular issue of the Flash storyline, which I'm enjoying.
Riddler I know is Snyder, like it's actually supposed to be.
Right. So there are a couple of those that I might that I know I'm going to get probably, but anything else outside of that I might just wait and see what the reviews come in on, or maybe 2 months down the line I'll pick some of these other ones up.
I'll ask Brandon this, and it's only half serious and half joke. But Brandon, remember when these were fifth week events?
Oh my god, I was thinking about that not so long ago. Fifth week events, they were, oh god, nostalgia.
Right.
I mean, like, that was a great way to, you had the extra week, you could tell your stories, and then you could do these little stupid sidebar things.
Right.
Like that's
when it did Lois Lane comics and stuff like that,
Right. Or was the Girl Frenzy fifth week event, or
yes.
JL Ape. JL Ape, one of your favorites.
But of course.
DC 1 Million also, too. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you could do a story like that, and you could have it stick in continuity, but you could skip it completely if you want to, also too.
Right.
And
that's what DC gave us this time around. It's an entire month you can skip if you really want to.
God.
And it's what got me to officially drop DC Comics.
I've been on the fence for a while now. Mm-hmm. I've really been cutting back on a lot of DC things here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, some things appeal to me, some things really didn't appeal to me. Mm-hmm. I wanted to drop with Trinity War, but I ended up picking it up anyway and reading it. I'm like, I was okay with that.
Okay.
I liked Trinity War. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I didn't hate it, but I mean, it was, like, I'm glad they didn't do it the way they wanted to do. They wanted to do a individual individual event for it,
right?
Which would have been stupid.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, I mean, and both you and Brent can answer this question. Like, did it live up to the hype? Like, I mean, that they presented last Free Comic Book Day?
No, because if they put it in that Free Comic Book Day, it made it seem a lot bigger than it was. But unfortunately, this Trinity War and the crossover sort of at Siege of Atlantis or whatever, the last 2 crossovers with the Justice League books have been the best Justice League stories since the book started.
Okay.
2 years ago. That's the unfortunate part. And the other thing too is like Jeff Johns, like even the last, when he took over Green Lantern from New 52, it felt like such a long game that the individual storylines weren't kicking it in. Like you had the first thing with Sinestro and then the Indigo Lanterns, and then it was kind of, I read them all together like the first year of that before they introduced Baz, and I was kind of like, really, that's all that was? Like I remember being more excited for it. Like the Indigo Lanterns, I remember when those were coming out a year ago, like being, oh my gosh, we're gonna find out what really they're the fuck about, and it wasn't like that big of a deal. And
knock,
yeah, we'll find out what knock means,
or ex-convicts. Oh God.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's coming up in Green Lantern, but I'm still enjoying Aquaman. Flash, I'm still enjoying. Batman, of course. I think I'm going to stop getting Batman and Robin. I did stop getting Batman the Dark Knight because even the Man Skyver did not do the whole arc.
which I really could have called like the minute that they announced it.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I might have.
I dropped Red Hood and the Outlaws because that was just going nowhere and it was getting stupid. They're playing a really, really, really long game, and I don't think it'll ever pay off because it'll get another writer in like, a month or two, and then what the fuck's gonna happen then? Well, Superman Unchained, I picked up the 3rd issue of that. That's still kind of, it's okay. Mm-hmm. But everything else they seem to be putting out is not grabbing me.
Is Unchained better than the last time Superman was drawn by Jim Lee, like that Azarella stuff that was?
Yeah, you can actually follow it, and you can kind of 3 issues in, you know what the plot is. Unlike the last time Jim Lee drew Superman, but that was more Azarella than Jim Lee. But,
right. Well, my problem with DC Comics. And certain comics in general, I stopped reading The Boys before the series. Is it concluded at this point? I forget.
Yes.
Okay, so it is officially concluded at this point. I stopped reading The Boys before it ended because I realized I had 12 issues, built up in backlog, and there was no reason for me to continue picking it up in singles at that point because I was basically wasting my money. I was just not reading it. I was putting it to the side and I'm saying all right, fine, I'll catch up eventually. When eventually becomes 12 issues sitting there waiting to be read, that could have been 2 trades right there. And that's where I got with a lot of my DC comics. Like Animal Man, even though I like it, I still have the entire Rot storyline to read in Animal Man. And I know it's good stuff because I remember reading the beginning of Lemire's Animal Man run and enjoying it so much, but it wasn't calling to me. So it's sitting there on the side. Batman, I'm way behind on Batman. Superman, I dropped ages ago, and I had no interest in Superman Unchained, at least not for now. I mean, maybe I'll pick it up and trade if I hear it's absolutely stellar, and from what you're telling me, Brett, it's so I can pass on it for now. Wonder Woman dropped forever ago. Aquaman is good, but not something I would actually really pay money on for the future. And Justice League was just meh. It was okay. It was just there for me. It wasn't fulfilling in that aspect. And when we got to Forever Evil, and we got to the 3D stunt, and we got to all this allocation crap, and with changing art teams and changing writer teams and all this kerfuffle, I just thought to myself, I don't really need to support this. This is not the universe, the comic book universe that I really want to support anymore. And it just, I kind of felt happy when I didn't have those on my order. I'm still ordering some Vertigo stuff. I'm still doing Fables, and I'm still doing Unwritten. I'm still doing Ferris because that's Vertigo. I feel like that's separate enough from DC. But the main DC universe, I can read a few issues from you, Brent, and feel like I'm still caught up, and I can read frickin' Wikipedia if I want to know what the hell's happening in Green Lantern because it's not good enough.
Yeah, what's astonishing, and I'm sorry not to give you a chance to talk, Brandon, but oh well. But what's astonishing
it's okay.
is
It's just payback for the Man of Steel episode. Go ahead.
It is.
Seriously.
It is payback. What's astonishing is, though, we're 2 years into DC's initiative of, rebooting everything and giving everything a fresh start, and it seems like there's no master plan.
Right.
Like, every kind of book is kind of doing its own thing, and, even the group of books that they set out to start with, there's no interconnectivity or crossover between them. Whereas, like, and even the books that they started and restarted and everything, like, it's kind of weird that DC doesn't have a hot buzz book like Hawkeye or Superior Foes of Spider-Man that people are just like, this book sounds so awful, but it's so fucking good that you need to check it out and buy it. There's, like, that's something that I think, like, Suicide Squad should be getting. Like, I feel like that could be their book.
Yeah.
Where they're doing extravagant or exciting or different things. But it seems Marvel, who copied their initiative, not to a T, but very simply,
anything you can do,
everything
I can do
with
better.
number one,
Yeah.
But I think
did it better.
Yeah.
And their series are really kicking ass.
They are.
That's what astonishes me. It's like, I'm reading more Marvel, or I'm probably reading almost 50-50 of what I actually buy, Marvel versus DC, but I'm enjoying the Marvel ones a lot more.
Yeah. Brandon, go ahead.
And that's weird for me.
Yeah.
I think the real problem with DC though is that the fact that they're like a snake eating its own tail with editorial. Unfortunately, editorial is, if you look at going back now, 6-7 months, editorial's been the biggest problem for DC Comics. While meanwhile, Marvel's letting their writers go be free and do things that they want to do.
Right.
That's how you're getting Bendis taking X-Men to a whole new level, which I didn't think he could ever do.
Oh my God, yeah.
All New X-Men, I love that book with an absolute passion.
So do I. Yeah.
Uncanny Avengers, I thought I was going to hate that book. I end up liking it. With DC though, they're so micromanaged now. That's the problem. They are tying the hands of writers who want to be free, but you won't let them be free to tell the stories that will draw people in, because you want to stick to this editorial mandate of. It's almost like when they did the End of Crisis, and they said, we're going to start the universe fresh over again. None of this. No Joker stories for X amount of months, and then we're gonna do Man of Steel. We're gonna start the origin over that way as well. That worked out for them because they had a clear idea of where they want to go. It seems like in every editorial group now, going from Superman to the Batman books, I think the Batman books are the most structurally sound books out there, because it's Batman, and honestly, it's hard to mess up Batman now.
And because Snyder's being allowed to do what he wants.
Right, exactly.
But then they're all towing the line with whatever Snyder does. Night of the Owls. Now we're getting a bunch of fucking 0-year tie-ins with everything. It's like, I don't think Flash needs a 0-year tie-in.
No,
not
even close.
Not at all.
No. No, a 0 year should have just been Batman, and that's it.
And I'm sure it was going to be. I'm sure it was going to be until editorial said, "Hey, Batman's doing well. Let's have this crossed over to everybody." Because if Batman's doing well, people will pick it up, even if it has nothing to do with it.
And that's the problem.
Flash 0-year book sends Barry to Gotham. What? What? Why do we have to tell a story about Barry in Gotham with a 0-year tie-in? It's not going to matter.
You don't.
No. It does. It won't matter. And the thing is, they think because it's 0 year, people are going to buy it no matter what. That's not true. It's not the 90s anymore, guys. It's not 1996, 1997 when you could put Deadpool on a book and it would sell. You can put the X-Men in a book and it's going to sell 1 million copies. You can't do that anymore now. We've been burned before. We're not going to get burned again. And the readers now are much more discerning than what people think they are.
But that's just it, Brandon. You just hit the nail on the head. It's not the 90s anymore, but who do you have in charge of DC right now? The 90s Marvel regime.
Exactly. Well, barring
you have Bob Harris. You have, and yes, I understand he was with Image, but he also was very much a part of early 90s / late 80s Marvel.
He was EIC for Marvel in '96. I mean, come on, really?
I was about to say Jim Lee for the end of what I was saying, but no, Bob Harris was around for the 90s. Jim Lee was around for the 80s and the 90s, and then he went over to Image. But he still has that Image mentality, which is pretty similar to what Bob Harris was doing over at Marvel in the mid 90s. You've got the Dio, who feels like he has more power than he should at this point.
And that's where I think the problem is. When you let fans run the organization, and the Dio is a fan, and I can't fault him for being that. He loves. We met him before.
Right.
He unabashedly loves comics, and that's not a problem. But when you love comics so much to the point where it's hindering your own job or it's hindering other fans from being accessible to the books, you need to step aside and let someone else take the reins.
It's the same reason why I feel like Jeff Johns giving Jeff Johns a executive position was a mistake.
Right. I mean, for the most part, Johns isn't with the books, though. Johns is with DCU Interactive or DC Movies, which is, I think, will work out for him. Mm-hmm. Jim Lee has taken to take a step aside for the most part and let Dan run the comics, and Jim Lee's doing all the online stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that works out for Jim Lee also. But the problem is you have two co-pubs. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything with two heads is considered a freak. You shouldn't have two co-pubs. You should just have one publisher, and that's look at what Levis did. Levis had the reins for 10, almost 15 years. I think it was around that time.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
After Jeanette Kahn stepped down, and Jeanette Kahn went through the Death of Superman, Nightfall, pretty much the dark '90s grim and gritty stuff. Watchmen also, yeah.
Yep.
So she was in the thick of it for the grim and gritty, and you had Levis take over for, I want to say light and airy, but I mean honestly, compared to the mid '90s, his stuff was
a lot more superhero.
A lot more superhero, and that's what Levis knew. Levis knew how to work within his own bounds. Mm-hmm. I mean, he oversaw 52, which I thought was going to be the next golden age of comics. Unfortunately, he kind of got mired down.
52 itself was just fine. It was just everything else around it that was horrible.
Right.
What's kind of weird is like 5 years ago when Dan DiDio was editor in chief, and we were doing the ramp up to Infinite Crisis, and almost that period was kind of like the best DC Comics had been in a long time. Yeah. Like even looking back,
think of when the show started. When this show started, that was almost exactly what we were, and we were almost talking nothing but DC at the time because Marvel was stagnating and DC was giving us something new and interesting.
There was synergy. It was to DC Comics. They knew what they wanted to do. They had a clear purpose, and I think really what's the real crux of the problem with DC, without being just editorial, is the fact that they did this whole blanket wipe with this new 52 concept, and it seemed like they knew what they wanted to do. We're going to take all the toys out of the toy box. We're going to clean them off. We're going to give you brand new toys, and then we're going to work in the sandbox again, and then we're going to build it from the ground up. That was fine. That first year, I thought DC had it going on. I mean, there were a few books here which were absolute flops. We're looking at You, Hawkman, or what else didn't last that first year there?
Static Shock.
Yeah, Static Shock.
Static Shock, which was a very unfortunate casualty because I think the character.
It was the wrong team. It was the wrong team for the book.
Exactly. Yes, and same thing with Firestorm also too. You had Gail Simone and Van Sciver
fighting with each other pretty much.
Pretty much polar opposites writing on the same book.
Yeah.
It really was Ronnie and Jason for the most part, really.
On the head.
If you think about that, but I mean,
there was I Vampire, which is that still around or is
I think that just ended recently.
It just ended, but I Vampire, I thought those first 6 issues were really good. Yeah. I thought I enjoyed I Vampire. I could have dug on that for a little bit longer. But you do all, and then they started doing these moderate changes to going back to All 52. They changed costumes. They changed voices of characters. They changed.
Firestorm is almost exactly what he was pre New 52 at this point.
Exactly. Yes. Same thing for Green Lantern. Green Lantern really didn't get touched because
Green Lantern was allowed to stay exactly the same. They're referencing events that almost couldn't have possibly happened in the New 52. Like Blackest Night happening, like that shit must have happened entirely different because you're talking about all these dead heroes that either never existed or were never dead.
How did Barry Allen come back from the dead if he wasn't dead to begin with?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And then they said, okay, everything happened. It happened within 5 years. Okay, well, Batman must have been a really crappy hero to have 3 Robins, have four Robins, 2 of them die.
And his back broken and have a substitute, and
yeah. Or
I'm almost sure Nightfall did not happen.
Nightfall did not happen. No,
I'm pretty damn sure it did not happen. Anymore.
And I'm pretty sure. Oh, I think they did say Death of Superman happened also, but I'm thinking, how could that happen?
They said in some form Death of Superman happened, and I know that originally they were planning on bringing that up somewhat recently. I don't know if that's going to be his Year Zero story.
Apparently,
but
this Doomsday thing is going to be about. I don't know if it'll have some Death of Superman stuff in it, but
Okay.
it's a bunch of like rumors of origin stories of Doomsday or how he interacted.
Did
with
I see
things.
right that Doomsday is fucking gold now?
No.
Okay.
That's Lobo.
That's and thanks for bringing that up, okay? Because while we're talking about DC, like editorial saying doing one thing, and
Okay,
you know,
granted, what I posted on the comic book timing page was one picture of a few different designs,
Yes.
which I realized later of Lobo designs, none of which are the final Lobo.
horrible
design.
blog post, by the way, horrible blog post. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about DC. Okay, because
God.
because
that misleading one with the slim and sexy Lobo. I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
well,
Really?
And it's not even just that, Brandon. Like, when you went to the page, the first image you saw on the page was the first rejected Lobo, which looked kind of exactly like the Lobo that we would expect. You know, bulky and badass with guns and shit. And then you flip to the next one and you see chibi Lobo that looks like he's about 13 years old and
Slobo!
Slobo, only a little bit more buff and a little bit more Twilight. And then you see a more Edward Cullen-esque, even more Twilight Lobo, which they say is supposed to be the
new Lobo.
The new Lobo. And then when the writer of the Lobo issue comes out and says, no, like immediately afterwards, like we took that as the base design, but the Lobo that you see in the title is not going to look anything like this Lobo for the most part.
I'm kind of just expecting the Lobo that ends up being in the book is like a girl because it's a girl writer. Because it always seems to be that way. Like, we're doing something different. It's an imagine. Oh, here's Scott Snyder's student. She's a girl. She's very talented. Oh, it's a girl character. Oh.
We're gonna bring the girl readers in. Oh God, can we just?
Well, and no, those are lines that, I mean, yes, this is coming from a guy, so if I'm missing the point, so be it. But I'm so sick of those words, because how about you just write comics that are good for both?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that my first reaction to a girl writer writing girl characters only is my first reaction, but that seems to be what it is in the comics industry. Like, Gail Simone can't have any other book other than Batgirl, barely, right now. And she's,
she's
so
writing.
what does she do at Dynamite? She writes Red Sonja.
Well, she's writing them.
Let's get a girl to write Red
Sonja.
Sonja. Who gives a shit? That'll be done in 2 issues.
The
Freddie E. Williams' art. Oh my god. Ugh. I loved it, but it looks like crap now.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then, over at Marvel, you got Marjorie Liu, I don't know what the fuck, who it is. Marjorie Liu writing. Is she writing Captain Marvel or?
No, Kelly Sue was writing Captain Marvel.
Kelly Sue DeConnick's writing Captain Marvel, and then Avengers Assemble is no longer an Avengers book; it's a Spider-Woman Captain Marvel book, and it's just a bunch of girls writing a bunch of chick characters, and I'm like, why? Where's the good stories that?
Okay,
you're
no.
supposed to be writing?
Do not. First off, do not say the word "where are the good stories," because there's plenty of good stories being told here. Okay.
Well, my point is that they're only giving them female characters,
right,
which don't have a lot of interest with male readers.
Yes and no.
Unless there are terrific stories being told or something.
Right.
I don't know.
And Captain Marvel,
Wonder Woman
actually
right now is good.
Yeah, really?
It's really good. No, Captain Marvel is really good, actually.
Yeah, no, Captain Marvel is great. Wonder Woman,
okay, I'm a little behind, but the first 12 issues were good because they were totally different.
Well, I dropped it because of it just wasn't the story I was looking for, but that's also because I'm hit and miss with Azzarello in general.
It was better than Odyssey.
Well,
maybe that's
no
what I'm
shit. I mean,
come
it
on.
doesn't take much, man. Like, please, like just like Action Comics and Superman were better than Superman walking across America. Like, I mean, that doesn't take much.
You know what pisses me the most off is that I reread the Tony Daniel, Andy Diggle Action Comics issues, the 3 that came out, and even though Diggle's name was only on the first 1 or 2, those could have gone somewhere.
Well, yeah.
Like, they weren't half bad.
Yes.
And then they put fucking, I don't know who's doing it, Lobdell or Nicieza as like their fill-in guy, and I don't know what they're doing now.
They're
Can we just fire Scott Lobdell, please? Can we just fire Scott Lobdell?
Scott Lobdell, well, no, Scott Lobdell needs to be limited, and this is the problem that Scott Lobdell had with Marvel as well. Scott Lobdell needs to be limited to 1 or 2 titles and not stretched out so thin that he's all over the board and doesn't know what he's doing anymore.
I bet he's a
Scott-
freelance guy, so he's just like, yeah,
Dude, some
Well,
of the best,
he is,
some of
but
the best stories,
Take some money.
some of the best stories that Scott Lobdell wrote while he was at Marvel were fill-in runs. To this day,
Generation X.
Generation X, yes, but Brandon, one of my favorite Lobdell arcs was right before Morrison took over the X titles. It was right after the conclusion of the major story in X-Men, and Jean Grey put together this ragtag group of mutants, and they wound up taking on Magneto. And the art was great, and the story was actually a lot of fun. And then we got to Morrison's run, and then we moved on from there. But I was very impressed with what Lobdell was doing at the time.
I mean, Lobdell. I mean, he's not a bad writer, but I mean, just
Yeah.
It seems like all his books just seem to be the same now, and they all just seem to meander.
If he had stuck
point
with
A to
Teen
point
Titans
B.
and Superboy, I'm sure he would be fine right now.
And
Didn't
Red
he
Hood.
start out on Red Hood?
He started on Red Hood, Teen
Yeah.
Titans, and Superboy. He had those.
Red Hood was really interesting
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the beginning, and then it delved into this weird cult shit.
Because he wasn't writing it anymore. That's why. Like I don't care if his name was on it. You know his heart was elsewhere. That's the
Yeah.
way it went. Like
I wanted Red Hood. I thought the impression I got from the first couple issues of Red Hood was that they were going to be tearing shit up and going places.
Like
I don't
Red
know.
Hood, Red Hood seemed to be like the supernatural of like the DC comic universe.
Even if they were werewolf hunters, that would have been a decent
No,
storyline
I mean,
instead of the weird cult shit that they were doing now. Like a couple issues when I dropped it, they were like going after Ra's al Ghul and shit, or League of Assassins with animal guys with heads.
And you talked about Suicide Squad earlier, Brent. How about the fact that Suicide Squad was getting some good buzz, and then, 3 issues later, the writer of Suicide Squad is gone, and DiDio says it was meant to be that way to begin with, but the writer is like, no.
yeah,
Oh God! Or what about dropping writers and artists willy nilly, firing Gil Simone and then hiring her the next week after? Hello, duh.
How about
Andy Diggle and Joshua Hale Fialkov, one after the other.
Or firing Wahaha. What's his face?
yeah, no,
off
I was
Justice League
getting there.
3000?
Yep, J.M. DeMatteis.
yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No, what do you mean?
No,
Whatever?
they didn't fire.
Sorry,
Timothy.
McGuire.
They fired
McGuire. Yeah, you're right, McGuire. Yeah.
Yeah, firing
Okay,
Mark McGuire.
that I can see their point. They put out a bunch of art and stuff, and it's done by Howard Porter, but McGuire's on the book, and it's one of those things like, why didn't McGuire do the designs? So creatively, I get why they put Porter on. Why they scrapped their story, or I mean, maybe they did or didn't. Whatever they end up doing, I don't know. But that to me makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
why not have the guy who did the designs we loved execute the book?
Alice Cott was who I was thinking of on Suicide Squad. By the way, he did about 3 or 4 issues, and then all of a sudden he was off. But
And I heard it was really, really good too.
yes, and let me mention
Like
because
really good compared to really good books, or really good for Suicide Squad?
No, really good as compared to really good books though.
yeah. I need to mention him as well before we accidentally move on or something. But the nail in the coffin for me at DC was James Robinson off of Earth 2,
Yeah, that was a bummer.
which was completely the fault of DC and their editors. And yes, I'm not there. I don't know what the hell's going on behind the scenes, but from every perspective that I have seen on those wide internets, through the Bleeding Cools and through Robot 6 and through elsewhere or whatever,
Outhousers.
Outhousers, James Robinson was happy with where he was going and happy with where he was at DC. DC wanted to create a second title. DC did not offer this second title to James Robinson after saying to James Robinson that Earth 2 and everything about it was his baby. And James left because he was not. That's it. He didn't want anybody else touching what he said, what he was told would be his. And I completely respect that 100%. And from what I've heard, Tom Taylor, amusing name for a guy who works at DC, Unwritten, one of my favorite books, go figure. But Tom Taylor, the writer, not the character in Unwritten, is taking over Earth 2, and I'm sure he's going to do a damn fine job. But
yeah, that's why I'm sticking with the book, because I'm still reading that Injustice weekly comic, and Tom Taylor is writing that, and there's
Right.
some very interesting, good moments. The problem with that is that it's like 10
Same.
half pages a week or 20 half pages a week,
Yeah.
so you barely get a little bit, get a little bit, get a little bit.
You get a little
I read
taste,
a couple
right.
in a row, and they read really well, so I'm excited for him to do Earth
All
2.
right. Well, and I'm sure he's going to do a good job. It's just I'm sad that
Well, he can do whatever he wants because it's an alternate universe. The same thing with Injustice.
Right, but that's just it. It's not going to be the story that we would have gotten elsewhere, and elsewise, and that's why I'm dropping it. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing you were bummed about is that we don't know when Robinson was going to get to the creation of, or we think he was going to get to the creation of the JSA.
Yes.
We didn't know when that was coming.
Mhm.
And it's 23, 24 issues in, and he still hasn't got there.
Yeah.
But
Obviously, that may have not have ever been his long-term plan because the book is called Earth 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying even if they got to eventually, I would have stayed on because that story was really, really good. It was telling like little personal. I don't know how he was doing, but he was managed to tell personal stories with 7 or 8 characters at one time.
Yeah.
And it was just the thing is you got little snippets here. You got the origin of Hawkgirl and the origin of that Dr. Fate, which I thought was a great concept there also too.
Yeah.
I liked the Flash, even though he's a little bit of an ass. I liked him though. I liked Green Lantern also too.
Yeah.
And you brought in. They were bringing in little snippets of Earth 2 or Earth 1 or before New 50, whatever.
They were bringing in the older characters one by one, and which means like I wouldn't have been shocked if you would have gotten, say, eventually Johnny or Jesse Quick.
Right.
Or characters like that, that you would have gotten more of the JSA characters that you wouldn't have gotten elsewhere, mixed
Michael
in.
Holt is now in
Michael Holt,
Mr.
right.
Terrific is in Earth 2 now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Possibly
made
to
a couple
stay.
of
Who
appearances.
knows? I mean, with Trinity War, it's possible we might get some people back to their original Earths, since I know we're playing with Earth 3, Earth 1, and possibly Earth 2 here. But who frickin' knows?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel for my sanity, I needed to take a break. And like
That's fine.
if I hear somewhere down the road that all of a sudden shit is hot again, like if they get their act together and it's just like bam, 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 good book, good book, good book, good book, I'll either pick it up digitally or I'll pick it up in singles again, or maybe even in trades. But just for now, I got to speak with my wallet, and that's really the only way to go.
I think right now the only thing that's really going to help DC in the long run is if they implode. And I hate to say it, I hate to be a pessimist, I hate to be negative about it,
Yeah.
but they need to implode, and they need to implode really badly. And then I think that's when they'll get their ass together again.
So what you're saying is that they need to do exactly what happened to Marvel back in the 90s.
Exactly. I mean, Marvel was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They bought out Malibu. They bought Malibu Comics out and shut them down.
Right.
Pretty much just made them basically all their colorists, and they got bigger and bigger. And then what? 99 happened? Was it what 99 when
It was
Marvel
98,
imploded?
99, yeah.
Yeah. So you had 50 expos going at one time, and people just stopped caring.
Yeah.
Now it's same thing happening now. You're gonna get like 25. You're gonna get 25 Justice League books. You're gonna get 3 Wonder Woman books and a Wonder Woman Superman book, and no one's gonna care anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're oversaturating the market. I mean, they're taking such a big chunk of the market, and they're doing it unfairly.
Right.
They're getting their market shares are growing larger and larger because they're putting out a larger volume of books that no one gives a shit about.
And variant covers and stuff like that. A
Fourth
lot
printings,
more.
fifth printings.
Fourth printings, fifth printings. A lot more than what Marvel is doing on the variant end. Because, like, yeah, sure, Marvel will be cute and put out Deadpool covers for stuff, but Marvel's not putting out 3D covers, and I doubt they ever are going to.
No. This whole 3D cover also debacle thing is just
Oh my
stupid.
god! Well,
I mean,
that they went to print on these issues, and yes, I know it was partially because of material and all that stuff, but that they didn't even give warning to retailers because the process was, for those of you who haven't read about it, the standard practice from comic shops was you put in a initial pre-order of, say, like a book or two, and then when you get the deadline, you raise your order to where it's going to be.
Final order cutoff.
Final order cutoff date. Right, exactly. And instead, what DC did is that they printed 3D covers based on that initial order and not the final. So there are there are plenty of stores that wound up with like 3 issues allocated out of the like 20 that they ordered because they went off of that initial and not the final. So you've got a whole bunch of angry customers who wanted their 3D covers, and if they did, then, good for them, but I could give two shits. Because, that's what they were promised. But instead, they had to make a deal with the individual store to get some 2D covers instead and probably get refunded whatever extra money that they would have paid on that, because those were all $3.99 issues.
Refunded in 2 months. They'll be refunded in 2 months, and those books will be returnable. Yeah. And those books will be returnable.
Right.
Which, come on, really? They should have just made the 3D covers variants from the beginning, made them chase covers. And
completely agree. Yeah.
That should have been that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The fact that I saw and this is what I tweeted earlier today, like the fact that I saw Jim Hanley's Universe, a store I 100% respect, posting that they had a 3D cover of Forever Evil #1 for the great price of $300.
What? Get the hell out of here, really?
Because they only got one. This is Jim Hanley's Universe we're talking about here. One of the larger stores in New York only got one cover for Forever Evil #1 in 3D. And that they're saying, great price, $300. Like, yeah, it's great that they're probably going to sell that one issue to one person who has way too much money to burn. But, come on. Be serious here.
And that's what's wrong with the industry. And that's what DC's fostering. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the speculator bust all over again. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, you're trying to pump
and there is no bust going on here. There is no rise going on here. Comics are not selling for more money.
No, and it's pumping and dumping your shares for no reason.
Yes.
I mean, to use a stock market trade, what you're doing is you're going to say, this book's going to sell, this book's going to sell, this book's going to sell for months and months and months in advance. And say, get your copies now, it's going to sell, it's going to be big, it's going to be the next biggest thing. And then such a hype to the book, people are going, you're expecting people to go out and buy it in droves. But the problem is you aren't producing a quality book.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem with the age that we live in now. We live in an internet age. Twitter is out there now. I can go read a book and say, hey, this book is crap. Don't read it. Boom. All my followers, all 20 of you, are going to say, don't. There you go.
Yeah.
Or I can go on Facebook. Hey, this book is crap. All my friends, it's going to go out that way. It's going to spiderweb out to the networks. They don't understand the hindrance of the digital age.
No, you're absolutely right. Like I'm looking on eBay right now, and the difference in the issues themselves. Like I'm looking here, a set of 9 3D comics currently has one bid on it for $50, with 1 hour left on eBay. That's usually a good sign. If you're selling a lot of 9 3D comics and you're only getting $50 for those 9 comics. That's not a good sign.
One cares.
All 13 3D covers for $61 on eBay right now. 7 bids, free shipping, 12 hours left. Like the only one is the variant, and mind you, yes, now that I look at it, that was because it was a 1 in 100 3D variant for Forever Evil, which is how they really should have done all these things to begin with. But that's only going for $100. That Forever Evil issue that I said was going for $300 in the store. So yeah, no, there is no demand for these. Whether DC wants to admit it or not, they are not actually selling these things on anywhere. Making people drool at the mouth for them. Because most importantly, as we brought up earlier,
melt.
Yeah. They milked, but no, Brent. I mean, bringing things back around.
They what?
I can't wait to read more about the melting thing as it progresses.
Oh my God! No! No! The melting thing was great.
Wait, say what?
They melt. The covers. If you leave your 3D cover in a hot car, it is going to melt. The material that they made the 3D out of is meltable.
Are they lenticular?
I'm not entirely certain. It's some sort of weird ass
Yeah.
process.
So they're
It's,
lenticular.
it's like the 3D Pogs and the 3D cards that you had back in the day.
So they're
And
they're
a 3D, any 3D movie poster you walk by, it's the same shit.
You know what I
So
think? You know what I think it's
lenticular.
actually similar to, Brandon. It's similar to the same technology they're using on 3DS screens.
Oh, the spectroscopic. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that sucks.
yeah. So it's not, it'll pop, but it's not like it's going to be anything 100% special or whatever. But yeah, that was brought up on Bleeding Cool today, and they said as an update, a joke, they saw somebody had like 2 of them in their fridge. It's like, this is how I'm keeping them from melting. But going back to what I said earlier, Brent, like, if they had these 3D issues, and we'll shut up about DC and we'll move on to Marvel after this, because I actually have stuff I actually care about talking about a little bit here. But if they had these issues, but instead had the creative teams that are all on these titles to begin with writing these, and instead of having 4 issues out of Batman and 4 issues out of Superman and 4 issues out of Flash or whatever, they just had the one with the original creative team involved,
Yeah.
shit would have been different here.
It'd have been better. I
Yeah.
mean, we had Faces of Evil a few years ago, and a lot of those were just regular parts of the storyline, highlighting a villain that they put on the cover, and like the Detective Comics and what was the other one? The ones Paul Dini wrote. Those are fucking awesome. Where like right before Heart of Hush and stuff, that storyline. Remember those?
Oh
Well,
yeah,
Those were good.
Yep.
But that was when story mattered. Now quantity matters here in DC.
Yeah. And one final note: no creators were credited on 2D or 3D covers for any of this month.
Yeah, that
none.
sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for any of the creators that had to put in their extra time and effort on this shit, because I know
Well,
that there were changes.
I bet Forever Evil #1's got Jeff Johns, David Finch on it though.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, let's go check.
I'm gonna check right now. Actually, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Not the 3D cover, at least. I'm looking at the 3D cover right now. No creative team listed.
For Forever Evil #1?
For
Let me
nope,
bring up my
not
digital.
for Forever Evil #1. At least on the 3D one.
For level.
Yeah,
Forever
Falafel Evil
Evil.
#1. Yes, Falafel Evil.
My
with-
digital
with-
one has it. Right on the bottom, underneath where like Black Hand is. Johns Finch, Richard Friend.
Let's see. I'm looking up just in general Forever Evil #1, non 3D, and yes, the non 3D does indeed have it. The 3D does not.
Like they didn't know who was drawing it.
Well, they're saying one of the reasons that they didn't put the creative teams on was because they couldn't do lettering like that properly on the 3D cover, which I call bullshit on, because they have
Yeah.
every one of these has logos.
Yes.
So it's not like they couldn't have done that.
Bullshit.
But for the 2D ones, those were last minute. So they just basically went with whatever cover copy they had for the 3D and recreated it on the 2D.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Well, the Joker's got a different on the 3D versus 2D. The hands are switched.
I saw that.
Like 3D, he's got a gun pointed, and then the other one is teeth. I'm like, why? What? Why did they pay the extra money to have the artist redraw it? Whoever
know.
did it, maybe even if it wasn't the original artist.
Why was Superman drinking a root beer instead of a beer back in the day? Who fucking knows? All right, we got our anger out of the way, so let's talk anger one more time, or possibly good news. It was announced earlier this week, so we'll get this out of the way before we talk other things, talking movie news a little bit. It was announced that Mr. Ben Affleck is going to be taking over the role of Batman in the Batman Superman movie. So, thoughts from the bigger Batman nut first, Casina?
You know what? This was such a left field thing that I don't have any hope or animosity towards it. It was just literally like I didn't even know about it on the internet. My friend texted me. It was like, "Hey, what's this shit about Ben Affleck being Batman?" I was like, "Huh?" And then I read the articles and stuff, and I was like, at first I thought, like, you gotta be shitting me. And then it was like, no, that's for real.
Matt Damon's Alfred. No.
And I was like, I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, everybody, I saw Argo. I really liked Argo.
So did
I don't see that character in Argo being Batman. That's a different character. It's a real guy.
Right.
He's a regular dude. I remember seeing The Town. I do remember Ben Affleck shooting things, but most of that movie he was like falling in love with the girl from Iron Man 3. So he wasn't really like, everybody's like, did you see The Town? He was a fucking badass in that movie. He's like, no, he was a badass when he needed to be, but most of the time he was acting like a pussy because he was trying to protect this girl, and that's mostly what it was about, him trying to get out of that life. So it wasn't like, you can't even point to that as that being like, oh, this is going to be a good indication of how great his Batman's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think his Bruce Wayne will be pretty good. And we can all say that Ben Affleck has a lot of charm and charisma, and that the Bruce Wayne act that Batman puts on
Right.
will be on par with Christian Bale's. And I think I loved Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be more like that than it would be like a Val Kilmer's Bruce Wayne was kind of like,
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of, boring.
Right. And I mean, Affleck played Jack Ryan before, so I mean, it's
Yeah,
not. It's
he played
not,
Jack
it's not
Ryan,
like,
Some of All Fears.
Sure.
He's Armageddon. I don't think it's a good indicator for this, but
I don't want to miss a thing.
yeah. But you know what? The funniest thing is that I'm now more interested in rewatching Daredevil and the Daredevil director's cut that I have on DVD. I have both of them.
Well,
Again, because of this more than ever before.
when the news came out, I tweeted, and this just in: Marvel has announced Christian Bale in a movie entitled "Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better." Hey, what? I think Christian Bale would be a pretty good Daredevil. That shit could work. Look for Batman. I'm just gonna have to damn see
No,
it.
Christian Bale should be Moon Knight.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Same fucking thing.
I know.
I was supposed to say,
Patrick
Batman,
Bateman plus Batman equals Moon Knight. Done.
and it damn better will be silver and not white. I think Ben Affleck as Batman could work very well. I'm just looking for a good movie. That's it. If this Batman Superman movie is, 60% better than Man of Steel was, then I will be beyond thrilled.
Then I'm gonna fucking love it.
You will absolutely adore it because it'll be 140% good for you. But for me, like, I'm just looking for something that I come out with and say, that was all right. That was pretty good. I'm not even looking for great. I'm looking for better than what I got in Man of Steel.
You're looking for meh.
No, dude, I'm not looking for meh because I got meh in Man of Steel. Because again, I liked 20 minutes of that movie. The rest of it I didn't like.
The most, I think, negative thing that's been said about Ben Affleck as Batman has been all of the director comments made towards Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Saying that because Ben Affleck is an Oscar-winning, filmmaker, he didn't win one for directing, but he did win one for Best Picture.
Right.
Which I don't really know what the distinction is made to be there to be made, but people are saying that because he's on set with Zack Snyder, maybe his filmmaking will rub off on Zack Snyder and it'll be a better movie. No, I think Zack Snyder does a fine job and he knows how to shoot these things. I think the problem is with the story.
Yes. That I agree with.
That's the biggest issue Man of Steel had, and any movies coming after that's going to be with the story. So I wish people would think twice about what they're talking about.
They are
with
saying,
Affleck
though,
directing and Zack Snyder being a shitty director. Zack
Right.
Snyder's a good director. He's just never had a
Well,
super duper script.
He's a decent director. Because
Where does what I don't understand is everybody seemed to love 300, and the Dawn of the Dead remake is pretty well remembered. I think it's not laud, it's not lampooned. It's remembered a lot better than the Friday the 13th and Freddy remakes we had.
I'll
recently.
agree with. Yes.
And 300 was his kind of stamp on the earth, and everybody loves it. It's really quoted. Watchmen was okay. Sucker Punch was,
Pretty awful.
pretty awful. But I don't understand how he's a okay director when he's had, 2 good films and 1 okay film and then 1 bad one. Steven Spielberg directs Amistad.
His
once in a while.
major
It's not so
his
good.
major issue, Brent, and this doesn't become apparent in movies like Dawn of the Dead or 300 because there's so much action going on. He can be kind of stiff at times with his shot selection.
Right. Can I jump in as a filmy?
Please.
All right. From a film perspective, Zack Snyder seems to be a little bit repetitive with his filmmaking process, and I mean, for the most part, every director, every film creator has their own type of style. With Michael Bay always has that one tracking dolly shot, slow motion explosion around that. Snyder, it seems for him, it seems to be a lot of useless frenetic action, and it seems like how it's filmed, it doesn't really. It's just with Snyder, it's just looking at shots on the screen for the most part. Nothing's really his action doesn't really help the story. His action doesn't really push the story along, unless where it came to 300. 300 was, for the most part, an all action story. Sucker Punch, it suffered from action, unfortunately, because I think it was a little bit too jarring. He couldn't really find a way to really differentiate between Baby Doll's world and the world of action that was going on around it. Yeah. And that's really what Snyder is hindered by. And also, even looking at Man of Steel, I think he got the action down for Man of Steel because it's a Superman film. Punching things is what he does a lot. But I think he's also hindered by the fact that there are scenes in there where the actors just stand there and they're just talking at you or talking to the screen, and it doesn't really resonate. That's the problem with Snyder.
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully with Superman, Batman, he'll be able to keep everything in check and give us a frenetic, I guess, fast-paced movie that doesn't drag, and that's what I'm hoping for here, at least a little bit, and that he is able to, I guess, keep it a little bit more fresh than and maybe change up his shot style a little bit from time to time. But whatever, I'm talking out my ass. I like movies. Hopefully this is going to be a decent movie. We'll see. It's just what you said, Brent, is 100% true. It's whatever story winds up being on the screen is going to be more important here. Like, I mean, it could be a dull shot movie, but as long as I'm enjoying what's going on at the screen, then I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Although I think it's funny that it shows the strength of a franchise, though, with how now everything's going to be Batman versus Superman, how Batman now gets top billing in the Superman movie, and how he'll probably have top billing in the movie, but most likely only being there for maybe 20 to 30 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
So I think that shows the strength of the franchise. That shows who their real breadwinners for DC is Batman, unfortunately.
Oh, certainly, yeah. And there is, I mean, there were rumors out the wazoo that another one of the reasons that Ben Affleck is there, and I'm not talking Batman Superman, but that he will wind up directing a Justice League movie.
I'd be okay with that.
Yes.
Well, that was the
I would be okay with that because he tends to do really grounded films. Mm-hmm. So if there's one thing that Ben Affleck could probably do well on a Justice League movie is to make the film feel grounded and the characters relatable, which is what everybody's been saying that a Justice League movie needs to have because the characters are so powerful and godlike, unlike the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean,
that was technically isn't true, but I mean, whatever.
Well, yeah.
And that was the big rumor. What, 5 years ago when they were talking about doing the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and before the writer's strike, it was I think they're gonna have either Ben Affleck have him both direct and star as Batman. That was the big.
That wasn't 5 years ago. That was like last year.
It was last year.
It was actually pretty recent, Brandon, because at that point Affleck wasn't as
5
established.
years ago, Adam Brody was the Flash in the Wolfgang Peterson movie.
Oh God,
Armie Hammer was Batman.
which I would have been all right with.
I see the costume designs. Like, I want to know more about that. Like, we're getting that Superman Lives documentary from Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know about this Justice League movie as it goes on. Maybe if they end up making one, we'll hear more about it in, like, the special features. Like, we started with this, and...
We had this. We wanted to use Common as Common the rapper. We wanted to use him as a Green Lantern because he's a force of positivity. He's got it going on. He's smooth. He's a smooth brother. You know what I'm saying, man? And like he can do things with the ring. He's all about the force. He's all about, man, I can do whatever I want because I'm a proud black man.
Hey, I like Common. I'm down with him.
He's a common
I was
man.
down with that casting.
No, he's absolutely a commoner. What? Yeah, thank you for that one. That 100% deserved the groan. So that I'm all right with that. Go ahead, let it out, man. Let it all out. But I put money down for that Superman Lives documentary. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, it'll actually wind up being worth. I think what was it, $15 I put down for a digital
I
copy.
didn't pledge anything, but we'll watch. I'll rent it or something when it comes out.
Yeah, it'll be available on demand. I guarantee.
Still
you.
waiting for my Jamal Igle hardcover.
As am I. Yeah, I've decided to wait until the hardcover to read Molly Danger.
That's what I decided to.
Okay, cool.
Even though he has posted every review under the planet, I'm still waiting to read it.
Real quick comment, by the way, James Spader as Ultron. Go.
Interesting. I saw a preview for his new show called The Blacklist.
So did I.
And he's got an interesting voice on there. So I could see it already sounds kind of robotic. In one of these preview clips, it sounded like he was over a telephone line.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you add some effects and tint it up a little bit, and
He
that
can
can
be
sound
menacing.
really threatening and creepy. Yeah.
Daniel Jackson?
Yes. Yes. The one that everyone has forgotten is Daniel Jackson. Yes. Well,
He was
all right. Look, Brandon. Look at some of the roles where he played either the bad guy or a fucked up individual, and you will hear the menace in his voice.
Go watch Secretary.
Yes. Yes. It's a
'Cause that's a
freaky ass
fucked up
movie.
role.
Yeah, it's a freaky ass movie, but you'll get that. And even watch the Blacklist trailer, and you'll see a very controlled, conniving voice in that as well. I could see it. The only thing that this does is it puts down theories that Ultron is going to be the Jarvis AI advanced, unless all of a sudden he's going to lose his British accent. Like, that's part of the menacing. But
Yeah, and the other thing too, since he's on this series, it's kind of pretty much done that he's not going to be doing any motion capture.
yes.
I think that's kind of out, and that's a bummer. Unless he does it after the fact, but he's not doing it on set, a la the Hobbit films with Gollum and stuff like that.
Yeah, or Benadryl, a cold medicine, who is doing the dragon in The Hobbit.
Benadryl.
Yeah.
I prefer eggs Benedict. I prefer eggs Benedict Cumberbund.
I think the worst possible thing is for him to be the villain in Star Wars.
Oh,
That rumor was going around the other day, and
God.
I was like, no, please, no.
enough, enough. Bad JJ, go to your room.
I was like, okay, I can see that. I can see him as maybe a good Jedi. Yes, villain. No.
Yeah.
I want him against type, please.
No.
Make him a good guy.
I do not want any of J.J. Abrams' favorite people
Oh,
in this movie.
so you don't want a Zoe Saldana in it at all?
I do not want Greg Grunberg as a Jedi. Maybe as Jar Jar. I mean, who knows? But
Who?
exactly.
Greg Grunberg could be Boss Nass.
Greg Grunberg could be boss.
Boss Nass.
No, well, that happened as the new Boba Fett.
I was actually about to make a blog post about the death of the expanded universe when that movie comes out.
Trust me, there are many people that are going to be right there with you, because it's sad that, I mean, they used to have, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have a guy whose exact job was to catalog and approve future projects.
The archivist. Yeah.
The archivist, to ensure that the extended universe remained properly intact, that nothing went against anything that had already been established.
They're still out there, and they're still making books, which is, I don't know, I think kind of a little bit of a fruitless effort now.
Well, we'll see. I mean, again, nothing's come out yet in one way or the other. So, I mean, we could very well have something that easily
Maybe-
plays within the lines, or they'll
maybe
throw it all out.
Don't say it. Don't say
It'll
it.
be like
Oh god.
the alternate universe time travel stuff from the Star Trek reboot.
You just had to go and say
we'll
it,
have
didn't you?
we'll have this universe and the expanded universe together at the same time, existing as a
And-
paradoxical anomaly
and Mark
in our
Hamill-
heads and this universe.
And Mark Hamill will go back in time, and he'll be the bridging gap. There'll be two Luke Skywalkers walking around.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
And in the second movie, we're going to needlessly throw to Mark Hamill just because we wanted him in there to remind us that this was a parallel universe.
God, I fucking hate that movie.
Brent, you have killed, masticated, and defecated on my childhood. Thank you.
Well, the only benefit about a story like this, Brandon, is that future Luke Skywalker would be able to go over to younger Luke Skywalker and say, "Just so you know, kid, she's your sister. Don't kiss her."
True.
Completely avoid any of the weird shit.
Or, hey, look, there's our dad. Our what?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that this time. Yeah, no.
I don't think that is going to happen because Alex Orsi and Kurtzman are not doing the script.
Yeah.
They got
They're doing the script to
it.
Star Trek 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Right, yeah.
Phaedra.
But I think what Star Trek Into Darkness had going against it was that for the longest time they said it's not Khan, it's not Khan, it's not Khan.
And then it was Khan.
It was
Khan the whole time.
Yeah.
Everybody knew it.
And now on the cover copy for the Blu-ray, it just straight up calls him Khan.
Right.
Like no more mystery for anybody who hasn't seen the movie. It just straight up calls him Khan on the cover copy.
I somehow I feel like that movie would have worked so much better had they just said Benedict Cumberbatch is playing Khan, and there was no big, twist music or anything like that. When he said, "I'm Benedict Arnold Cumberbatch Khan," and Michael Giancano's score went "Ba-ba!" like twist music. If
the twist?
If they had just
I
said,
am
"Oh, he's
Bumblebee
Khan,"
Cumberbun.
if they had just said, "Oh, he's Khan," yeah, all the way, then nobody would have gone into it being like, "What's in the box?
What?
What's in the mystery box?"
Oh, stop! No,
What?
that phrase is dead. No mystery box crap.
Look,
I just want them to stay away from that with this.
I
as much as
continue to
possible.
say the whole thing would have been solved if he would have just been one of Khan's crewmen. Play the same damn story if you wanted to, but just have him be one of Khan's crewmen instead of suddenly Khan's white. But that's a whole nother story, and I'm going to go down that rabbit hole again if I don't shut up about Star Trek.
Eugenics war.
Marvel. Ian, I heard you read Superior Spider-Man.
Yes, I did.
What'd you
Oh,
think?
wait, really? You did?
Yeah. I went and I caught up. I read 13 issues in a matter of like 3 days. I went and,
How did you catch up?
via digital. Okay. Mind you, I could have used my own account for that because I have all the issues with the digital codes, but I was lazy and I was still logged into yours, so I just downloaded your copies because they were there. But no, I read issues 3 to 16. Because that's how long I actually had not read it. And by the way, 316 says I just kicked your ass. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I wasn't expecting to because I was a little lukewarm on the Doc Ock thing. While I liked the concept, I wasn't quite sure where they were going to go with it. Once we got past the whole, and yeah, spoilers, so if you're not reading it, then you should probably just skip ahead right now because I'm about to spoil it. Once we got past the whole Peter Parker as a ghost thing and just had Doc's consciousness as Spider-Man, and he's left to his own devices, we started to see some cracks forming there, and his relationship with the Avengers fell apart a little bit, and he's putting villains in the hospital and just straight up killing other villains, and he winds up blackmailing J. Jonah as one of the things, which, mind you, I feel like Spider-Man should have done frickin' years ago. Like, Peter Parker or no Peter Parker, he really should have put Jonah in his place, but now he certainly has. The only thing that he's keeping up in Peter's life seems to be the relationship with May, because, well, Doc used to have a relationship with May in another way, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, no, say no more. So he's still friendly with her and wants her to be all right in life, and that's all well and good. And plus, I really like the character they introduced, the
midget physicist.
Yeah, the midget physicist. Yes. I wasn't going to quite use those words.
Excuse me, not a midget.
The little person.
Midget.
Yeah, because you can't.
Dare we say a midgeticist?
A dwarficist.
The midgeticist. Midgeticist sounds like a horror movie. The little person that they introduced who becomes friends and then eventually in a relationship with Peter. I like that character a lot. The art by Stegman and the art by Ramos has been terrific. And
No, Ramos is the one who's been killing it.
Oh, my
Stegman,
God. Yeah, I know you're still lukewarm on Stegman, but fuck you, I like him.
That's fine. I still think Ramos is the real star.
No, and I'll agree. Ramos's art has been really
Ramos and Giuseppe Camicoli. have done more issues than Stegman has on those 16 issues.
Yeah.
They've been the real stars of that book, in my opinion.
But most importantly, I want to know who's in the Goblin outfit because I still don't think it's Norman.
Oh yeah, the Green Goblin.
Yeah, sorry, the Goblin King,
Goblin King.
as he's now calling himself. I
Dude,
don't.
that was messed up at the end of the Hobgoblin arc. It's like, you're now something else, Goblin.
The Goblin Knight.
Goblin Knight.
Yeah. No.
And what's her face? Lizzie's back, and she looks totally different.
Oh right, yeah.
Menace.
Yeah.
Menace.
Yeah, I entirely forgot about that.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
When was she brought up?
He calls her up in that last issue where he makes Hobgoblin the Goblin Knight.
Uh-huh.
He calls her up, and she's the one who actually like takes him down there and kidnaps him and stuff.
Right.
But she's
okay.
got, and the horns look totally different.
Mhm.
She doesn't have the white face anymore. It's more of like a gray or like a green, dull gray type thing. So she's gone through like another transformation or
And
something.
doesn't he also have Menace at his side also?
That's who Lizzie is.
Wait, really?
Remember Harry's girlfriend? The
No,
one who
dude,
had
no,
the
no. You're confusing. Menace was someone different. Wasn't Menace the one that sort of almost like had the adapting powers?
No, Menace was the goblin on the glider
Oh,
in
okay.
the second arc, and she was
Who am I
Harry's
thinking of?
really tanned girlfriend that had blonde hair, and she got
You're
pregnant,
right,
and they
yeah.
had a baby.
Okay, then who am I thinking of? The almost like adaptable villain that was in the early Brand New Day days.
God, yeah, I remember him.
You know what I'm thinking of, right?
The Jimenez arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, the really ugly one. That was a different thing.
Yeah. You know, let me
That's
let
not-
me look that up. Phil Jimenez. Brand.
It's the name of the arc. Is the name of that character.
Yeah. Let's see if I can bring it up.
It was like a really dumb name too.
Yeah.
Like on the nose.
Yeah, because he had like the almost like rat-like skin.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh man, this is making for great podcasting.
Brand New Day Volume 2. Don't worry, it'll get cut out in the end. Or it won't, and everyone will sit here as we try and figure out what the hell's going on. Freak!
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was entirely on the nose.
Yeah. That's right. That's why I couldn't think of it.
It's like some
Fucking on the
some
nose.
sort of freakish guy. Like he was like some sort of freak or something.
Really, really freaky. And
Freakazoid?
Freak on a leash. Are you reading
Yeah,
it, Brandon?
that was Bob Gale's contribution to Spider-Man.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes,
Back to the
indeed.
Future writer.
Great Scott.
Dick.
Yeah. You reading it, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm behind. The last thing I read for Superior Spider-Man was the on Rikers doing it for the execution. I think of was it not the Vulture?
Yeah. You're
Mhm.
like 3
Spider
issues
Slayer.
behind.
Yeah, Spider Slayer. Yeah.
He doesn't have the new costume yet.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yes, the new costume, which has a little bit of Ben Reilly in it. All right, yeah. Boom. That makes me happy.
Shakalaka.
Yeah. No, I mean, it does look a lot like that Ben Reilly outfit. Like, it's a combination of the Ben Reilly outfit and the Iron Spider.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's got the whole extra arms thing since he's Doc
Hoodie?
Ock. No hoodie.
Darn.
No.
Darn.
I think it's kind of interesting that they haven't like gone into a whole bunch of things of like, a whole issue devoted to what this new costume can do.
Mhm.
Like they're just gonna make shit up as they go along, and
Which
I think
I'm fine
it's gonna be neat. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and even better, like I haven't read the issue that came out today as we're recording this yet, but
I haven't either.
Spider-Man
2099.
2099.
Miguel O'Hara. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I'm sure he's going to be like, "Hey, Spidey, we've met once or twice. What the fuck?"
Dude, I am the Spider-Man from the future. You are the Spider-Man from the past. I need your car. I'm an EOD Spider-Man, dude.
You're sounding more like I want your face off than anything else right now.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on my Nicolas Cage, okay? Because I can do it.
There's a ton of awful Nicolas Cage movies on Netflix right now.
Oh, really?
Like the last 3 years of his work, other than Ghost Rider,
Aw.
are all on Netflix.
Is
right
Drive
now.
Angry on there?
No way.
Drive Angry's not, but everything
Damn.
after that.
Damn.
Not knowing. I'm talking about like God, what?
Because you know what he does in that movie.
Stolen, the Seeking Justice, where he's married to like January Jones, or
Oh,
Bangkok, was it Bangkok Dangerous?
No, that's not on there. I'm talking like really, really recent.
Because I was gonna say like the one thing that he does in Drive Angry, like this is totally a spoiler. He
I saw
drives
Drive
angry.
It's like Ghost Rider in a car, minus the flames. Well, no, he's still from hell. So plus the flames.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Please, the other thing that I am absolutely loving that Brent, you gotta read eventually. Like I know you've been picking up collections that have been coming out. Once the collection for Young Avengers comes out, you need to read it. Like you will love it. It's
How was the new Young Avengers?
the new Young Avengers. It's written by Gillen. The art by Jamie McKelvey with backgrounds by Mr. Mike Norton. And
Okay, how slow is Jamie McKelvey that he can't draw backgrounds? That's fucking sad.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, first off, everybody in Japan does it this way, so it's actually no problem with me. Like him choosing to do that, Jamie McKelvey's going for his strengths here, and his strengths are expressions and setups. Like he does like some really abstract panel layouts and stuff like that at times that actually work incredibly well in the issues themselves. So he's bringing that, and then Mike Norton's filling in the rest, which again I'm perfectly fine with. And I mean, I talked to Mike about it. It's a continuation in some ways of Gillen's Journey in the Mystery, because Young Loki is in this, and
Which I read.
yeah, and Young Loki. I mean, you read all of it, right?
No, I didn't read Journey into Mystery.
Oh, you didn't read Journey in the Mystery. Okay, I'm
No.
sorry. I thought you.
I was
thought-
joking.
Oh, okay.
That was sarcasm.
That really wasn't good sarcasm.
I know internet sarcasm sucks.
Yeah,
you can't tell.
You've done better voice sarcasm before
I'm
than
sorry.
that, man.
I'm
Like
sorry.
you got. lay
My
on-
heart wasn't into it.
Yeah, because I mean I'm actually reading Journey in the Mystery now, like as back issues, and that's again a lot of fun. Like if you enjoy Thor, which I know you do from time to time.
I do. It's just I fell off Fractions Run, so why would I want to read Journey into Mystery?
because it's actually like not at all like what.
I tried
Fraction
reading
was
the
doing.
crossover they did, and I couldn't get through any of those issues.
That's because you were in essence reading the conclusion of Journey in the Mystery. Like that crossover was a stupid idea from the start, just because again it threw in there like a whole bunch of stuff into like it was mainly Journey in the Mystery. It wasn't Thor, unless you actually knew what was going on in Journey in the Mystery. That crossover didn't really work. But here, in Young Avengers, you've got Young Loki, you've got a whole bunch of the members of the original Young Avengers team. So you've got Wiccan and Hulkling, you've got Speed in there as well, which is still a stupid name, but even he makes fun of it, so that's fine. A character that I've always liked from the new X-Men. Damn it, I'm blanking on his name all of a sudden. Brandon, maybe
Husk.
you know. No.
Beak.
No, New X-Men as in New X-Men Academy, not Morrison's New X-Men.
Not Prodigy.
Prodigy, that's exact. Yeah, no,
okay.
thank you, yeah. No,
Isn't that the guy who took over for Spider-Man?
maybe it's not
no,
Prodigy.
No, the Prodigy's the black kid.
That's who I'm talking about, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
Who's the guy in the
Prodigy.
golden armor that took over for Spider-Man? I thought he
Prodigy.
was Prodigy.
Yeah,
Prodigy.
it's a name that's been used multiple times. Like,
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know. What a shock. What a shock Marvel has used a name multiple times this just then. But no, Prodigy is in this, and Miss America is brought in as well, and she's from the Marvel multiverse. We don't know a lot about her right now. All we know is that she has...
She's from what's it called? No, was it the one with the Death of Gravity?
It's from MC2.
No, this is a different Miss America. You're thinking of American Dream. American Dream was the Captain America female.
Right.
Miss America is just her actual full name is Miss America Chavez. Like, her,
Okay.
her name is America Chavez. Her hero moniker is Miss America. But she comes from a multiverse world where her parents were pretty much in charge of the planet, like Squadron Supreme style, and they wanted her to take over, but instead she chose to go out on her own. Like, we really don't know a lot about her world right now, but the whole series starts off as like and they play a little bit on what came before in both Young Avengers and Journey in the Mystery, but it does start pretty new too, so like you don't have to have read everything that's going on in there. But one of the things that happened in Young Avengers is Hulkling lost his mother, and Wiccan decides that using his abilities, which he inherited from Scarlet Witch, because he's one of her kids, is that he's gonna find a copy of Hulkling's mom from another reality, like right before she died, pull her out, and then bring her in so that Hulkling will have a mom again. And everything goes horribly wrong from there. Like, I don't want to spoil anything else that happens in the title past that, but there's a whole lot of great character building going on here. The art is superb all the way throughout. And it's one of the freshest, most interesting books that that Marvel puts out. It's my top of the stack every single month. Like, it is the first book that I go and read. And that says a lot for me because I'm liking a lot of what Marvel's putting out. Like, it's Young Avengers, then it's all new X-Men, and then now it's going to be, now that I'm caught up against Superior Spider-Man. Read, if you are not reading Young Avengers, I 100% recommend it. Brandon, trust me, you will love it. I don't know if Brent will because he's weird, because he's Brent, but...
Hey.
Calls when she sees him.
Yeah, I only half kid Brent, but
I'm probably more normal than either of you in
which is exactly why I say you might
world.
not like it, because I'm weird. But but no, Brandon, you will absolutely love it. Like the trade's going to drop in, I believe, another few weeks. Actually, I think if not next week, then the week after. So pick it up and do yourself a favor. But Brent, try the first 6 issues digitally. You know, when they release the collection, if it's a good price, which it normally is, you'll wind up hopefully pleasantly surprised.
You mean like the $60 they're charging for the Age of Ultron digital collection right now?
That doesn't count as a good price because that is Age of Ultron, and they
Actually,
are
I
taking
did look at
advantage.
that, and it's all the tie-ins included too. I was like, why would you want to read those? Fuck that.
At least that leaves your value in there. I mean, it's not like they're charging $60 for 6 issues.
Well, they did for 12 for AVX. Anyway,
That's disgusting.
yes.
That hurts me inside.
Yes,
I go cry now.
Well, I'm sure I spent more than that on the actual individual issues, but
Oh boy, I just waxed poetic on a series, so someone else should talk.
Brandon, if you got something right away, go ahead.
Well, I just read what's it, Battle of the Atom #1.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm halfway through the issue. Actually, I haven't finished it entirely, but I was reading as I was coming home.
It was a quick read, which was a little bit of a letdown for me. But I like where it's going so far. I like the idea.
Mm-hmm. Now, is this because I mean I haven't finished it entirely yet? Like, do you think that you will be able to know what's going on if you only pick up All New X-Men and say Uncanny?
No, hold on.
Like, if you were to skip the Battle of the Atom issues entirely, like, would it make any sense?
No, because it wouldn't make sense because
I figured.
Because right in the middle of that thing happens, and then you got that get right in the middle that thing happens, and then so
that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem for people because I know that there are going to be people that don't pick this up, and then they're going to have to rely entirely on that recap page,
right,
and then just read All New X-Men, and it's going to piss some people off. Like, I'm already reading X-Men Uncanny and All New, so I'll be able to read this as a crossover because I did order both Battle of the Atom issues 1 and 2, so I'm fine. But I know people that have not, and I don't know if that's going to work too well for them.
See, right. I'm only reading Uncanny Avengers, and I'm only reading Uncanny Avengers and All New, so I may suffer a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I do like the fact that it is bookended, though. I don't see the need to make a whole entire miniseries again for next book.
Good,
especially since they're doing so well without having miniseries or without having tie-ins.
Right.
So I think that's one of the strengths of the books. So I'm digging that right now. I'm behind in a lot of books because I was on vacation last week and the week before, so I don't know.
That's what vacations are for, catching up on books.
Yeah, you were in the car for 2 days. What did you do?
I listened to audiobooks and I read my Star Wars books.
Welcome to Night Vale.
No, I read the new Star Wars Mercy Kill book. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I say, Brandon, another one of the books that you're going to have to read is actually Adjectiveless X-Men.
Really?
Yes.
Which team is that? Is that the Summers
That's
team?
the chick book.
Yes.
Oh, with hold on.
As you delightfully put it, yes, it is the team consisting currently
Storm,
of
Rogue.
Storm, Rogue, Kitty, Rachel, Psylocke, and Jubes.
That wasn't
Did you say pubes?
Jubes, as in Jubilee.
Jubilation. That
Yeah.
it wasn't that the team also for
Astonishing?
Uncanny? No, Astonishing or one of the Uncanny books.
It was. Oh, you're thinking of Uncanny X-Force.
Yeah.
Some of there is some crossover in teams for that, but I believe Psylocke and Storm are on both teams.
Right, that's with Puck, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, with Spiral thrown in there also, and I think one other that I can't think of right. Oh yeah, and I think Bishop is supposed to be on that team.
Right,
One way
and
or the other.
yeah, it wasn't also Phantom X.
Yes, Phantom X or
His female personality though. Not him.
the Phantom X triplets I think are all involved in that. Yeah, which thanks Rick Remender for being weird.
and now we lost Brent. Good job.
Wait, did we really?
No,
No.
you're just talking about X-Men.
Oh, okay.
All I'm
Well,
reading
well-
is, I picked up Battle for the Atom 1, and I picked up all new X-Men today.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot. I don't know about getting the rest of the other ones.
Have you
I have not read them yet. I didn't read it yet.
Well, you're still. I mean, I know you picked up Volume 1 of Uncanny X-Men. You just haven't gotten to it yet, right?
No, I haven't gotten that yet, but I have been all the way with all new X-Men, which I'm enjoying.
Good.
so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, won't be too lost then.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, I know. Brent's
How
been
lost can I be on Uncanny? They set up the book before it even started.
Right.
In the first 6 issues of All New.
Yeah.
So-
And actually, the first 4 or 5 issues of Uncanny X-Men pretty much mirror what's going on in All New X-Men. Like it's the other half of the story.
Yeah, it's like Angel's leaving. Oh my god.
Yeah. Angel's still leaving. Oh my god. Like that's almost exactly what
Angel's
happens.
here.
Yeah. But no, with X-Men in particular, Brian Wood, another guy I'm hit and miss with. Like sometimes I like what he does. I sort of soured on DMZ. I got rid of all my trades. I just didn't really care for it past like Volume 4 or whatever. But with the story that he's crafting right now, he brought in John Sublime again, which you might remember from Morrison's run and a couple other instances. And he brings in Sublime's sister, which, unlike Sublime, who takes over human bodies, Sublime's sister takes over technology, and she winds up running amok in the X-Mansion. And you've got Jubilee, who winds up getting a hold of this baby that I believe
It's the hope of the mutant race.
Nope.
And was found in a crib in a pit of water
For
in
once-
a town that was burned by purifiers
Yeah.
and drawn by Mark Silvestri.
For once, that is not the case, Brent, which is why this book is fun. For once, it is just a baby. It is not the hope of the mutant race baby. It's just a freaking baby.
Who will now be raised by a vampire Jubilee.
Yes, but
Robert Pattinson, have we got a movie deal for you?
they've only actually mentioned the vampirism like 3 times in this, Brandon.
So she's not a vampire anymore?
no, she is.
She is.
She
Do
is.
these vampires, do they walk in the day?
They can, yes.
Well, no, wait, hold on now.
She has light suppressors.
Because during the that big vampire crossover, they were burning in the sunlight, and somehow
Yes.
was that the Dracula crossover? I think that was
I
right.
think so, yeah, but that one sucked. No, she has light suppressors that I'm pretty sure Beast made because she does work with the X-Men. Like she's able to get some decent tech.
What is a light suppressor?
It pretty much stops her from absorbing UVs.
What?
Which if she still had her powers, which would be the most ironic thing ever. She'd be killed by her own powers.
I know.
Hilarious.
That would be great. But she's got some vampiric abilities now that she didn't have before, but whatever.
Bored. Sounds dumb. Move on.
Good art by Olivia Coipel, and good story by Brian Wood. Brandon will like it. Brent will get bored. So on and so forth. Let's move on.
What about Infinity? What do you...
I'm way behind on my Avengers.
I read 1, and that was it. I like where it's going. I like the concept, but I'm just afraid. I'm like, I'm gonna have to read all these freaking issues now of all these books I don't read.
I read Avengers and I read Infinity 2 today. I am liking Hickman on Avengers. I have the first trade of New Avengers digitally. Yeah, you're welcome. So
Well, no, I have New Avengers myself, and I'm
messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, I know.
But what I thought was kind of weird was I thought this like Infinity #1 would be like this big clash of like, you know, we've been building to all these things so like shit would just explode. And then I read #2 today, and it's still like he's still building in this main miniseries. So I'm like, so is this miniseries just building to Inhumanity? Like, because now the Inhumans are in it and stuff, and
and for that matter, I love how and yeah, we said we were going to bring this up, so I'll bring it up real quick. Like, I love how Marvel's teaser images now are reminding me of the next week coming attractions for Mad Men. Like,
yeah.
they tell you absolutely nothing
Dude,
anymore.
Me and Mandy always, whenever we watched this last season of Mad Men, we would be like, okay, so what do we think they're gonna say in the teasers? And we just throw out like random words like, huh? What? No way. Next time you're mine. Or just stupid
Did he
stuff
fart?
like that.
Darn it, Bill, you're an idiot. Oh God.
And now Breaking Bad is starting to do the same fucking thing with
really?
their trailers. Like, for next week's episode, I believe it was just something along the lines of, "It is time." I'm like, what? But now it's like, is he ... question mark? Like, that's your teaser image, Marvel?
They're still, you know, Captain Marvel or
Marvel, man.
what Marvel? What's his face?
Yeah.
Never.
It's not going to be him. Well, I mean, Johnston is theorizing it's going to be Thanos' kid.
Yeah.
Which one?
One of them.
Well, that was the thing in issue 2 today.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, which isn't really that much
kind
of a spoiler.
but not
right?
really.
Yeah.
No, not really.
All right.
What I was kind of wondering was, are they really going to destroy the Ultimate Universe
Ooh.
with
They
this
should.
Ultimate Cataclysm? Because it looked like they put. I'm reading Ultimate Spider-Man with Miles, and it looks like they put that series on pause for the Cataclysm Ultimate Spider-Man miniseries.
Yeah. I'm about 4 or 5 behind on my Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, which I'll be catching up on next because I just want to catch up on all my Spideys. But I would not be shocked if Miles Morales is in the Marvel 616 within the next year and they just completely destroy the Marvel Universe, because the few things... the Ultimate Universe, because the few things that they had going for the Ultimate Universe, they kind of already have in the main 616. It's like, oh, well, Ultimate Universe has that black
Like
Nick Fury.
yes.
Yeah, it's like, well, they did that in the regular universe now. Okay.
Hickman wrote an awesome Ultimate Avengers. Oh, wait. He's writing Avengers
Yeah.
awesomely now.
Like, what? Hey, Ultimate Universe still has a lot of mutants. Oh, you brought the mutants back in 616.
Young Fantastic Four. Oh, they're dead, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, there's a totally different, unique Spider-Man in Ultimate. Oh, wait. Doc Ock is Spider-Man now? That's unique and different. Wait.
I think it's funny that like Peter Parker's never. Well, I would never say never, but looks like he can never come back in either universe.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he's going to come back in the main universe. You know what's going to happen.
for sure.
Please,
For
like,
sure.
He better. He freaking better. That's all I gotta
that's
say.
strange. Come on. That's all you
His
need.
girlfriend will find the gold Octobot from issue 700 and rebuild it, and his consciousness will still be there.
Yeah. Or Doc Strange is going to find Peter's essence in the
Ether.
Beyond or whatever, and he's going to piece it back together. And the only thing he's going to remember is Gwen, and then he's going to have to wind up falling in love with Mary Jane again, and it'll be great. It'll be good
You know what
times.
what I hope happens is when they bring Peter back, and I say when, not if,
Yeah.
because we know it's going to happen. But when they bring Peter back and they put him back in Doc Ock Spidey, I hope he goes back to being a worse Spider-Man than Doc Ock. Like,
Peter Parker,
just
yes.
it just goes back to doing
Yes.
the way things he was, and
The
whole city
inferior
hates him.
Spider-Man.
The whole city hates him because he's doing this. He's basically doing the same job he was doing before, and he thinks it's okay, but like he doesn't realize that Doc
I'm
really
at the,
is a better
hey guys,
Spider-Man than him.
I'm at the top of my game, guys. No, you're not, Parker. No, you're not.
Spider-Man. This is your
We had
Spider
patrols
Squadron.
and robots.
We kind of haven't been paid in the last
Did-
month, and we're wondering what's going on. Help,
my what?
Spider Squadron. Yeah, you'll get there, Chief. You'll get there.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, no, like it will get to a point where Spider-Man pretty much has a spider cave.
It seems like that episode of Spider-Man, of Ultimate Spider-Man, when he goes to Baston.
Yeah, I don't watch Ultimate Spider-Man. I watch good cartoons.
It's not terrible, you know.
Whatever you say, Brennan.
Yeah, I watch an
It's
episode here and
always
there.
been terrible.
You mean the Ultimate Family Guy?
Pretty much, yes. That's what it is. With the little cutouts on the sides, yeah.
So is Hulk Agents of Smash any good?
I haven't watched it.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to say no.
What about
Okay.
Beware the Batman? What do you guys think?
Love it.
Yeah,
You know, it's okay. I'm not loving it yet.
I only
I-
watched the first two and I didn't really like it, but I might give it a
keep
shot. Keep
going. Give it
Okay.
another shot.
All right.
I'm caught up, but I'm still not like 100%. But the weirdest thing for me is like everything's really stiff when you're looking at the characters. And I thought they had solved this because second season of Green Lantern, or the second half of it, seemed like they got the fluid animation down and everything was a little bit more lifelike. But here, it's almost like the first half of that season with Green Lantern, where remember Ian, you were watching it and you
Yep.
were kind of like, I can't kind of stand it because they look really stiff a lot. It still has that same problem,
I agree.
except when Batman moves, Batman's like attacking, but he's moving really fast.
Yeah, they haven't gotten the
It's
cowl
like
down right. either.
super. That's the other thing that bothers me is like it's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those ears look so weird.
Like
I'd rather them be short.
It's like
rather
they're,
than be short.
it's like there's like they're rounded back somehow also too.
Yes.
Not straight up. I'm like, so it looks like he's always in motion. Like his head's always going forward down.
Yeah, his head is like a weird curve when the cowl is on, but when he's not has the cowl, it's like super blocky, which I don't understand.
You know what I did instead of watch Beware the Batman?
You watched Young Justice.
I finished Young Justice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Oh, I know.
God
I know.
damn it.
We told you. I remember telling you it was great.
I knew it was going to be fucking great. I just knew I would get heartbroken by that ending, and I absolutely did. It's like, God damn
Yeah.
it, you were building the dark side, you
Dark Side,
bitches.
you'll never see it.
And I'm thinking, G. Gordon Godfrey. They couldn't do that. They wouldn't do that.
Oh, I guessed that from the start. I just didn't know how it was going to work out, and
I knew it also,
did.
but they wouldn't do that because that's stupid. The show's ending. Why would they do it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Then they do it. I'm like, oh my god, he was there the whole entire time. What the heck?
That and we could have had, because two things that I knew we were going to get in season 3. Like right off the bat, we would have an entire Dark Side arc, and we would have Wally trying to get his way out of the Speed Force.
Yes. And that I cried up. I teared a little bit when Wally got killed. I'm like, oh no, not
Oh,
Wally!
my
Why?
God. Yeah, it's like, damn it, we can't have Wally be alive anywhere. It's like, you son of a bitches.
Or Stephanie Brown.
Or Stephanie. Well, hey,
Yeah.
Stephanie Brown was still in Young Justice for like 18 seconds. They couldn't cut her out. They just delayed
Actually,
the episodes like 6 months.
That wasn't Stephanie Brown. That was was it? I think was it Stephanie Brown?
That was Stephanie Brown. It said so in the credits.
All right.
Yeah.
So I thought they did an allusion to Secret in Young Justice also too.
Secret. Wait.
As-
Oh yeah, no. Well, they had an episode devoted to Secret.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Season 1 actually. Peter David wrote it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's
right.
actually a pretty good episode too. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
it's on Netflix.
How come I don't? I'm drawing a blank on that one. How come?
Written by Peter David. It was almost like actually like minute by minute. It was almost entirely her origin.
Really?
Yeah.
The thing that I didn't like about the second season of Young Justice was those kids that Blue Beetle had to save, like the Static
Oh.
and
Oh,
the other
the, Super
guys.
Friends.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
Super, the
And
Super
the-
Friends.
He
Tornado
nutchuck.
Dude. Not Tornado Dude. Tornado Girl and Apache Chief. That
Yeah.
was lame.
The Super Friends. Exactly.
That
Doctor
was-
Light and it was Doctor Light. It was Apache Chief,
And
Static Shock.
Static, and who else?
Samurai or no, I forget what the
It
name
was
of the
Japanese girl.
yeah, I forget what the name of the
That was
Asian
Light though.
Yeah.
That was Hoshi Light.
right.
Oh,
I forget the name of the tornado one from the Super Friends because That was basically who that was supposed to be. But I mean,
Right.
Static was at least cool. But the one thing that was brought up at the end of the first of that final episode was like, really, you got to stick the two black electric heroes together? Like that's you're gonna do that? Really?
No.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
See, the most frustrating thing about that is they did an awesome job with Blue Beetle there
Yes.
again. And go back and read my editorial on Blue Beetle.
Mm-hmm.
That's right when he was getting that push is when they canceled his series from the New 52.
Yep.
I was like, damn it!
Absolutely.
No
like
one's talking to each other, Jeff Johns!
And his whole story arc in that episode, in that series, was fantastic. Also,
Yes.
too.
And the Martian Beetle. Holy
Yes.
shit! That was so
that
cool.
was cool.
Yeah. God.
Black Beetle, using Black Beetle in a way which isn't stupid. I love that also too.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it was
they made Black Beetle much cooler than he was in the comics.
Not some time traveling other version of
No, of Blue Beetle.
you
Yeah.
meat. Yeah.
Sorry, Dan Jurgens, that's where you went off the rails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, the only other thing I'll bring up is it was a absolute love letter to pre New 52, and that's why it had to go.
Oh, I know, which is sad, but they had they had it so right, and I wish this is what the New 52 should have been. That's what the New 52 should have been in comics.
Oh, real quick, and I keep saying real quick in this episode, even though it's never going to end. I've got two more topics I want to bring up. I
Did
think
anybody see Flashpoint Paradox?
Oh,
Yes.
You know what? Make it. Well, we can tie in these two together. I did see Flashpoint Paradox. I saw it right before I went to Otakon. Actually, I saw it at Otakon with Adam and Comfort in the room. They created these new 52 outfits so that they would look good on screen, apparently.
Yeah, Flash just does not look good on screen.
Oh my god, it looks terrible.
It was awful.
Oh, okay. Brent, you played Injustice, right?
Yes.
What's the worst costume in the game?
Killer Frost. The alternate costume.
Oh yeah.
Some of those costumes they've released have been pretty bad. The skins. Let me think. I know where you're going with this. You
Yeah.
want me to say Flash, New 52.
Yeah, New 52.
But I don't mind that. I
I-
think it's better than his regime costume. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
Where he's
but
got like the super big lightning bolt ears. They're like Hawkman's wings, the size
right.
of like Hawkman or Wolverine ears.
But I mean, that New 52 costume on him, I think it looks. It's the yellow lines. It just looks stupid when he's not
Well,
moving.
the problem is the way that Manipul's doing it in the comics is that it seems, and it
Right.
only lights up when he's moving
Exactly.
very fast. Now, the way they interpreted it in animation and in the Injustice game is that it's yellow seams all the fucking time.
Which
So
is
it looks
stupid.
like shit all the fucking time.
It looks like Zigzag Man.
Yeah.
Right.
And I thought parts of the movie were done very well. I mean, they did a good job of transferring the story of the miniseries over to the screen decently. However, just like what is the case with any of the miniseries that they've turned into full stories, a lot of the character growth was lost in the movie.
Right.
Like, we didn't get nearly as much Lois Lane as I was hoping to get, because I actually really liked her in Flashpoint. I think they did her
You
really
still
well.
got Grifter and Canterbury Cricket, my
Yeah,
friend.
Grifter for like 18
2 seconds. And Canterbury Cricket for 2 seconds also, too.
And Grifter with no introduction, so anybody who didn't know who the fuck Grifter was would just be like, why are we supposed to care?
Oh, you're a grifter. You're part of the insurgency. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it just felt so weird seeing Grifter on the screen. Like, I know that this is the nerd in me. It's just like just seeing him in there standing next to Flash in a freaking animated movie was just like cognitive dissonance for me. It was.
What is this Wildcats all over again?
Yeah. You mean X-Men the animated series with cheaper animation? Yes.
Oh, jeez.
But I mean, the voice acting was just fine. I think the cast of Grey's Anatomy did a very good job as Flash and Batman in this.
How about Tim Daly's son though?
Sam Daly did a very good job of keeping up the daily enterprise of being Superman.
He's spot on, I
Yeah.
will tell you.
Yes.
He sounded just like it. I'm like, is this creepy or not though?
No, he pulled it off. He 100% pulled it
No,
off.
you know what's even better is the Daily Show, DALY show.
Yes.
In
Yes.
YouTube, and it's like the Superman Club, and he gets
Yes.
inducted.
Yeah, with
was
Dean
awesome.
Cain on the iPad.
Dean Cain and Brandon Ralph.
And Brandon Routh,
and
yeah.
the two dailies.
That was great, and especially that they were on Andrea Romano's lawn.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the movie was just fine. It was not at all a movie you could show your kids.
Yeah, oh my god, so violent, so violent.
Yeah,
See, I don't get what that complaint is. I don't
Well,
get it.
I mean,
They did an interview with James Tucker, or I think I don't know where it was. It was either online or maybe it was Suntress on Word Balloon, and they said that they were told, like since the beginning and as they go on,
do a PG-13, right?
earn your
Yeah.
PG-13.
Mhm.
Earn your PG-13. So I
Yeah.
don't understand where this. Now the gunshot to the head. I was like, whoa!
Well, I
mean,
know.
they're
Yeah,
earning
well-
it there,
Right, but this is a complaint that a lot of people have in general with the current state of DC. That they are going harder with a lot of their comics and that they're leaving, younger generations behind or whatever. But the fact that it was PG-13 accessible means that 13 and above, it's 100% fine with, which also means that chances are 12, 11, and 10 it would be fine with. So I'm okay with the way the movie was.
I kind of feel like that's when kids would be interested in it.
Right.
Right.
And
I mean,
that's that's what I'm saying too. Yeah.
But here's the other thing too: if Marvel's aiming really young with Ultimate Spider-Man,
Mhm.
the shitty Avengers cartoon, the probably shittier Hulk cartoon,
yeah.
let the kids watch those when they're young,
Yeah.
and the parents don't have to because they're crap. Sorry. And if you want to show them younger cartoons, then show them old Super Friends, show them old BTAS and Justice League cartoons.
The best Avengers
And then
cartoon that's out
let
right
them-
now, by the way, is the Phineas and Ferb crossover.
Let
That
them
was
graduate
amazing.
to these DC movies,
Yes.
and that'll get them reading the books.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll say, "Hey, you liked Under the Hood? Here's the book."
Yeah.
And then I think that's what the idea is. It's going to take comic fan parents to execute it, which is the wrong way to go about it.
Right. Yeah. I don't like Avengers Assemble. It's not really.
I watched the
me.
first episode and I was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah. I gave it more than one episode. I gave it, I think, about 2 or 3, and it's. It feels like it's even playing down to the people it actually wants to wind up watching it. Like it's playing down to 11 or 12-year-olds. Like it's trying to dumb down the story and the humor to like a way too low level. It's just not doing it for me. And the animation's not that great too, which is a shame because Man of Action is supposed to be great. When it
Well,
comes
Man
to
of
that in particular, it's just
Well,
not
they don't draw; they write it though. I mean, but still,
right. But their production people are behind it as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, the same group of people. Like Ben 10 looks great, but
well,
this
not New Ben 10.
Well, I haven't seen New Ben 10, so I can't really comment on that. Yeah, but whatever. The Flashpoint Paradox movie was all right. I give it about a 3. Like it's not horrible, but it wasn't great. Wolverine, I went to see, and I wanted to bring that up as one of our last things here.
One more thing.
I liked it. It was a
So
lot
did
better
I.
than I thought it was going to be.
Well, I still have not seen it.
You still haven't seen it?
No.
Wow.
I chose to see Kick-Ass 2 over Wolverine.
I haven't seen Kick-Ass 2 yet.
Kick-Ass 2 was good.
Good. I respect your opinion on that, so I'll wind up seeing it probably within the next week or so.
I didn't read the Hit Girl or Kick-Ass 2 comics yet, but from the second movie, obviously Matthew Vaughn is a superior filmmaker to this guy.
Yes.
No question
That's
about
what
it.
everyone said, yeah.
So there is a little bit lost there. You can kind of tell the budget was shrunk too. And as far as like the violence and stuff, that's taken down a notch. It's not as violent as the first movie, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because you don't have Hit Girl cutting limbs off and dicing guys in half.
Just funny because this one Jim Carrey says doesn't want any part of it.
right.
Less
That's what I
violence.
don't get. Like the first movie had a lot more stuff than even his character had any part of.
Yeah.
Or anybody else in the movie for that matter. But it's basically it's art for language and the humor, but the story is very well done. I think the characters are well out. I really liked Christopher Mintz-Plasse as the motherfucker. I hate the name, but bless you, Mark Miller, for creating a character where everybody has to say the F word or blur it out.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the mother blank.
You're right. Right. The mother, the MF or whatever.
Yeah, that's not getting shown on
But-
FX anytime soon.
Nope.
But that was it was a fun movie. If you just go in there just expecting to have fun, you're going to have fun with it.
All right, that's good.
Don't expect it to be the farce, the satire of the superhero movies that the first one was.
Mhm.
Don't expect that at all. Just go in there expecting continuation of the characters that you liked in the story,
Yeah.
and I think you're going to have a good time.
Wolverine, for me, while it does a few things wrong, like for instance, Wolverine didn't know how to speak Japanese, and if he had been there as long as they implied, like, how is it possible that Logan didn't know, at least pick up a few words here or there? That was kind of weird. I guess Hugh Jackman didn't want to learn more Japanese, so go figure. They do. Other than that, they hit a lot of major story points in the Claremont treatment of this Japan storyline. And I think they actually did a very good job of giving us a Wolverine movie that didn't completely suck. So
They got a lot of the characters right also too.
yes,
Yukio, I thought Yukio was spot on for the comics.
yeah, both Yukio and Moriko.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Yukio looked a little bit different in the comics, but I mean, honestly, the character-wise, spot on.
Yeah.
Mariko was absolutely spot on also too.
Silver Samurai was the biggest departure.
Yeah, it was the biggest departure, but I wasn't surprised though,
Yeah.
because honestly, if you saw the trailer, you could see it. You could see it in the trailer anyway.
That CGI was a little bit clunky.
A little bit clunky, but I mean, it looked fine for the budget that it had.
Yeah.
I think also the biggest departure was Madam Hydra. I mean, Viper. Yeah.
Yes and no, though, because I mean, she's done some similar shit in her day,
Taking her skin off.
except for that.
Yeah. No.
I mean, everything
she
else.
hot?
Everything else. Oh yeah, no, she's hot.
It's Rosamund Pike, right?
Yeah,
From was it James Bond?
yeah, no, she's absolutely hot.
No. It's not Rosamund Pike.
Wait, then who was it?
That's the chick from Jack Reacher. And Rose
Oh.
Byrne is the chick from First Class.
Okay.
Moira McTaggart.
All right, so
This was a new German chick.
I'm looking it up right now, just so we don't keep saying the wrong name. Let's see. Viper is yes, Svetlana Kodachenko. Kodachenko.
Look up Rosamund Pike. She's not that pretty.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Svetlana was pretty hot.
Okay.
I would say that she did a very good job of being what
Because
she was supposed
the
to be.
weird looking Asian girl wasn't doing it for me. The
Really?
weird haired one.
Really?
I've only seen the previews. I haven't seen the movie, but I don't know. Her head looks like Hey Arnold.
This was Irina from Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. If any of you have seen Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy,
Okay.
yeah. So that's where you would know her from. What I'll say is this movie, specifically the end scene, has me so hyped
Oh my God!
for
Yes.
what is coming next. I mean, I'm not going to spoil it for you, Brent, or for
I read
anybody
about
else
it
for that
already.
matter. Okay, all right. Well,
I'll watch
it does a very good job of hyping up X-Men: Days of Future Past, and yeah, it does all the things that X-Men Origins Wolverine did wrong. This movie does right. You actually get a Wolverine story. There is no running through the fucking woods in this. There is no.
Yes, there is.
Well, okay, there is, but none of it leads to Wolverine being a lumberjack. Give me that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
You know,
Yeah.
like we actually get actual Wolverine action in this outside of the opening credit sequence. So,
No. And plus, I mean, honestly though, it almost kind of redeems X-Men 3 you know, in some
almost.
regards.
it picks and chooses. It picks and
It
chooses.
picks and chooses,
Yeah.
but I mean, it kind of disavows, that massive death toll that X-Men 3 had.
Right.
It says and pretty much says that only Jean Grey died, which I can dig on. It bridges the gap between 3 and the new and the new movies. Right? I think again has me completely psyched and stoked for X-Men First Class 2.
Yeah, and you can tell that Bryan Singer's influence was a lot larger here than it was in either 3 or X-Men Origins Wolverine because, well, it was non-existent in either one of those two. So
Yeah.
that's why this movie is definitely a must-see. I'd give it a go before it goes out of theaters, Brian, because you will actually be happy with what you see here for the most
Okay.
part.
I'm on travel next week. Maybe I'll go see it.
Cool.
Give it a matinee. Won't be disappointed.
All right.
Can't matinee while I'm working. Douche.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry.
what? You don't have Saturdays or Sundays?
Well, I can. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying. All right.
Just
then.
saying, douche.
Where are you going to be?
Tampa.
Oh, Tampa. Okay. All right.
Tampa.
Movie prices aren't
Not
that
far.
bad there.
Not far from your house.
Yeah, not that far. Final topic. And yes, I am going to spoil Forever Evil here because I don't care. Dick Grayson. Smart move, stupid move, or Marvel did it better?
Marvel did better.
Marvel did it better, because I've seen the pages, so I know how it went down. This is the ramifications this is going to have on the Batman universe. It's going to take some pretty tough maneuvering not to link Bruce to Dick here. And yes, we know. And shut up with your. Yeah, no, link Bruce to Dick here because gay references. Hey, funny. No, it's going to take a decent amount of maneuvering here. And yes, we all know that Bruce Wayne is associated with Batman Inc. to begin with, so they can say all that. Like, that's why Dick Grayson was Nightwing or whatever. But the reveal, it's going to be. It changes things so much, like a lot more than I feel Peter Parker being revealed as Spider-Man does to the character. Because he's going to have to distance himself from the entire Bat family now.
Well, it's pretty much what he wants in the first place, though. I mean, if you go back to reading, yeah, I read Forever Evil #1. I was not impressed at all by it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, in the very beginning, it's like they're still talking about the ramifications from a death in the family, and how Dick now doesn't trust Bruce at all anymore, or how he's been distancing himself more and more from Bruce.
Right.
And really, I don't want to say it's the natural progression of Dick's character, but I mean, I think they said the comic book said it best when they said Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson who? Who's Dick Grayson? You know, no one really.
Lex Luthor doesn't know who Dick Grayson is in the New 52?
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
God damn you all.
I know. So I'm like, it's like no one cares, honestly. So that's how I feel. If no one in the DC universe cares who Dick Grayson is, though, this ramification of Nightwing has been revealed. No one knows who Nightwing is.
Was he never adopted by Bruce in the New 52?
He was not. Like no, I think he was.
Then wouldn't people know from, say, Galas?
I don't know, because they had that whole weird. Was it the Dark Knight, or was it Batman number one? Number one, when they had Dick, Tim, Bruce, and Damian there,
yeah.
And they all have the progressive different ages. And in that one scene, Dick looks like he's 16 years old. So they don't know what they're doing. They don't care either, too.
Yeah. Brent, what do you think?
Here's how they're going to get around it.
Okay.
Tegroff C. Yetinetti. That's forget his identity backwards for Zatanna.
Oh, God.
Yes, I took the time to type it out and type it out backwards. So, you're welcome.
Oh, my God. Wow. Identity Crisis 2.
Dedication.
But in all seriousness, like what the hell, man?
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
DC. Bob Harris. DC.
See the first hour of this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
If you get to this point and are confused, please refer to your timestamp 0000 to 0100 and a little bit beyond.
Yes, indeed. All right, I think we're done here, gentlemen, unless you got any final thoughts. All good? All good. Brent, you got any BKs coming up?
Actually, I am traveling with Jim next week, so maybe we'll bring the recorder along and throw something together.
Nice. Awesome. Is he still reading any comics, or was he before? I forget.
He was, but he fell way behind on stuff.
Good. So he pulled in.
Kind of like you.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. That works. All right. Well, if indeed it does show up, it'll be on comictiming.net. And Brandon, pip your wares.
My Tumblr, geekcentra.tumblr.com, and that's really about it right now.
All right.
And the Twitter's at the Dabadon.
Yes, indeed. A dabba-dabba-doo-don day.
Dingo.
Giddy up. Don't forget to go to dcbservice.com for all of your discount comic book needs. And a lot of people forget this, but if you do an order with Discount Comic Book Service and you put in your monthlies or whatever, you can also throw in some trades for about 40% off a piece when it comes to DC and Marvel. So you're getting the same deals you would get at in-stock trades, only with DCBS. I went ahead and did that with Hawkeye Volume 2 instead of buying Forever Evil or any of the villains books. And I just got it in my shipment, and I'm going to go ahead and read it this upcoming week. So that's the way that works. And also, I'm reading Attack on Titan. I know you'll know what that is, Brendan, but Brent probably won't.
Oh, how was that?
I haven't read it yet. Chris has. She enjoyed it a lot, and I have the next 4 volumes on order at Brooklyn Public Library. So hopefully within the next.
It's a manga.
Yes, it is indeed
It
a
is.
manga. Yes,
Not a mango.
Manga?
Not a mango.
Not a manga.
Is this where Spider-Man has like weird ninja arms
No.
in the manga universe?
No.
The Mangaverse.
In Iron Maiden.
No, this is where Iron Man fights giant monsters, like in Pacific Rim.
Avengers
Pacific
Box, go!
Rim.
Yeah. God,
By the
Pacific
way,
Rim is great. Oh my
Awesome
God.
movie. So good.
My movie of the
So
summer.
good.
My movie of the summer. Period. No question. It's done. And by the way, looking now, it does appear that the next month's orders are up on DCBS, so you can get X-Men Gold #1 for 50% off at $2.99. Ghost #1 for $1.49, 50% off. The Maximize for 50% off. Painkiller Jane, The Price of Freedom, which I believe is Palmiotti, but don't quote me on that, 50% off. And there's a bunch of back issues available as well for decent prices. And a Vertigo bundle for 50% off at $10.97. DCBService.com. Use the promo code CT8 to get an additional 8% off on your first order. And when you go digital, make sure to tie it into DCBS, and you'll get money back on your order. We thank you very much for their sponsorship. The email address for Comic Timing is comictiming@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Comic Timing. We are proud members of the Comics Podcast Network over at comicspodcast.com and the League of Comic Book Podcasts over at comicbooknoise.com/league. And we will be, or I will be, at this year's New York Comic Con in the podcast arena. For further information on New York Comic Con, they do still have single-day passes available as of this recording, I believe for Friday and possibly for Thursday. So check out nycomiccon.com if you have not yet purchased your tickets. And if you have purchased your tickets, like I said, we will be in the podcast arena. So go ahead and check everything out there, nycomiccon.com. We thank them for their sponsorship and for their support. And as always, for Brandon and for Brent, Levesey reminding everybody out there that there's always time for comics. So, you missed your connection because of security?
Because so I landed at gate terminal or gate C14 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So my connection was, so I'm flying on JetBlue,
Yeah.
coming at gate C whatever, C4. My connection is at gate C14 in 50 minutes. So I was like, okay, great. So you land, and then you have to wait because you're kind of in the middle.
Right.
You blow it off the plane, off the plane, off the plane. You go outside. And I was like, okay, looking at signs. Okay, C number to number. Okay, so I need to go that way. And I saw a TSA agent sitting there with like a lectern.
Okay.
And I was like, uh-oh. So I asked her. I said, here's where I need to go. I said, does this take me outside security? She was like, yeah, you got to go around and go back through. What? Because this part of the terminal where I came in was an extension or something.
Oh.
So it's outside the normal terminal.
God damn it.
So they haven't built a connecting bridge or a connecting bus or walkway, anything to make it easier on people. They have not done that.
Right.
So I had to go outside. It wasn't a hike to get outside of security, but it's literally like we're rocking around a big corner.
Mm-hmm.
Where I have like really long walls and stuff, and then got in the security line, And then so I was over to the one of the sides where it looked like it was shorter, and it was next to the employee line. Now, in Orlando, since I'm federal government, from time to time I can go through as an employee because I'm federal government.
Yeah.
So I asked them, and they said no. And then I looked at the time, and I had let's see, maybe like 30 minutes at that point in time. So I was like, here's my ticket. I'm gonna miss my connection. Can I go on the employee line? They're like, oh, sure. So you go in the employee line, and they still got the people, instead of checking your ticket before you get in line for security, they check it at the end, and then once they check your ticket, then you get in line for the machine. Whereas like Orlando, as you know, does it like way before.
Right. Yeah.
And you're just waiting on machines then. So the lines were clogged up because they were waiting, because you were waiting on, one guy was operating 2 lines of people.
Yeah.
So he had a big line of public people, and then he had the employee line, which was fast filling up with people like me who were going to miss their connections or whatever because of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I hustled and let as few people in wheelchairs pass as I could because I was a pain in the ass. Like, an employee walks up with someone in a wheelchair, he checks them first before the guy that's been standing there for 20 minutes.
Sure.
Which, at this point in time, was really annoying. So then I went through security as fast as I could. Like, I untied my shoelaces while I'm waiting in line, got everything ready to go.
Yeah.
Of course, the girl who's in front of me has to get her bag checked. So I'm waiting on the person to come over and pull the bag so that mine can go through the scanner. Then I'm through the metal detector, and I'm waiting on one of my bags. So I can see it, but it's still under that protector where you're not supposed to like reach in and grab, because technically it's not through yet. So it was stuck there because the girl behind me had to get her bag pulled too.
God damn it.
So the guy was staring at her bag a long time.
Right.
So, and then I get there, I slip my shoes on, don't even tie them, I stuff everything in my pockets, my belt is around my neck, and I got my carry-on and my backpack on, and I'm hustling to the gate as fast as I can without, tripping over myself.
Yeah.
And I get up to the gate, and nobody's there, and I was like, am I still good to go? Did I just make it? And she's like, nah, you missed it. The plane's still sitting there. And
they had closed the gate at that
but
point.
they had closed the gate, the jetway door. She's like, we're waiting on you. You're supposed to be a deadhead. And I was like, what? So at that point, I was like, I already missed it. I've had a feeling I was going to miss it, so I wasn't angry.
Yeah.
So I was really nice to the lady, whereas like there was like 5 people that came like 2 minutes after that.
What?
Yeah, like really upset,
You hold the plane for me?
Yeah, so I was like, calm down. There's another flight in 3 hours, like big fucking deal.
You're gonna
And
make
that
me
one-
wait 3 hours?
Yeah.
You get another plane here right now.
Well, the funny thing was, like, one of them was a connection of those people that came after me, and then other people were like from Boston and just came really late. I'm like, it's 2 hours early, douchebag.
Yeah, fuck you.
Like, the nerve.
Jeez. Hi, Brendan.
Aloha.
Aloha, indeed. Mr. I just got back from Orlando and all I got was this cold.
Don't remind me.
Sorry, the humidity, or was it the pollen?
I think a little bit of both.
Unless, of course, you got into some trouble, Pablo.
No. Oh, God. Oh.
Hey, I've been following your Foursquare check-ins, man. I know exactly where you've been.
Oh, that was the longest car ride I've ever been on.
Where?
Yeah, what airport did you get into?
No, we drove.
Oh, you drove all the way back from Orlando. Okay.
We drove down and we drove back.
Wow.
You poor bastard.
Oh, it was 2 days.
Oh my God. Wow.
I'm used to it being like 16 hours for the drive because I did it before when I was a kid. It was my dad, my mom, my brother, my cousin. We drove down. We made it in 16 and a half hours the first time.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
And then this time, I'm with my girlfriend and her parents and her grandmother. And
Grandma's gotta pee.
no, surprisingly not. But like,
Girlfriend's gotta pee. Mother-in-law's gotta pee.
Girlfriend's got the shits.
So we stop at Atlanta for the night because they were like having a break. I'm thinking just drive straight through. Just drive straight.
Don't stop in Atlanta. There's zombies there.
Tell me about. We stop in Atlanta. We spend the night there at our brother's house. We go down to Orlando there.
Yeah.
Coming back, we drop the grandmother off in Wilmington, North Carolina, and we spend the night there. And then we got stuck in Maryland, outside Fredericksburg, for like 4 hours because of traffic.
So it took you, what, like 22 hours?
We were supposed to leave at 2 o'clock in the morning. We didn't leave till 10 o'clock the next day.
Eee.
So we were 8 hours behind.
Hold on, I have to finish this episode of Matlock first.